the place where everybody knows your name. Laughter fills the air like a sweet refrain. Sit and share a story, but I drink or two. In this cozy bar, where dreams come true, where smiles and friends remain, and good times ease the pain. Here we go again.
Hello, hello. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you let me know? That'd be just swell. Do we have... My Botrix has correctly joined the channel, so it's saying. There you go. It's on the screen. I'm trying something different this week. This time. I'm trying to combine chat on the screen for me, not for you, for me, to see if it works. Loud and clear. Thank you, Steve. I've just said hi, apparently. Well done. Mandy, no hat tonight. No. None to be seen anywhere. I see what you did there. Yes, it's working. All stuff is working apart from all the stuff. So yes, hello to Steve. Helen, the Norfolk correspondent, doing remarkable work in the field. And Ruby Roo. Ruby Roo. Oh, man. Oh, what a day of aid. What a day of aid. The jukebox isn't working, as you can see by that. We were playing Peter Gabriel earlier on, but now we're not. No tune, yes, I've just explained that as you were typing it. That seems to happen quite a lot, doesn't it? Yeah, for some strange reason it's not working. It's very, very warm in here. It's going to be freezing cold tonight outside. I've put the car condom on, which is nice. Well, I was going to tell you something. I can't think what it was now. Obviously a lie then, isn't it? I can't tell you what it was. It was a lie. Obvs. Totes obvs. Subdued lighting still. I think it's working quite well. And I never have to charge the lamps. If I have them on blue or something, I have them on quite light. They have to be charged up. And they don't now. Better for thin environment. I wonder. Oh, wow, I wonder. There you go. That's what's playing on my phone at the moment. That's what should be there, but it's not. So something is very, very strange. How do I sound? Is the sound okay? I've tried a little bit of something with that as well. See if that works. A noise gate and a limiter. Trying things. You never know, they might work, they might not do. We shall see. What else? I like the subdued lighting. Might switch it up from time to time. Have a really, really bright background and then a subdued one. Because I've been watching, I think I've mentioned him before, Rock Wilk. Mentioned his videos. Although he just pissed me off with this artist thing. I'm an artist. I know we are, mate. Go on. But I like his stuff. I like what he talks about. I like his attitude towards life. I like his videos as well. When he's doing the talking head thing in his, I think it's in his bedroom. Just it looks fantastic. Dark with just this nice, mellow, subdued, sort of orangey light in the background. Brilliant. I thought, yeah, just switch it up slightly. See how it goes. Might as well ditch the jukebox. No, we'll keep it round. Hopefully it'll work nine times out of 100. We'll be alright. More gadgets. Unless I can shrink the mirror screen to fit in the jukebox frame, I could do that. At which point, if I had to show something on the screen, it'd be knackered, wouldn't it? But I can find out if there's other ways of doing it. There must be other ways of doing it. There will be. There'll be other ways of doing it. I'll sort it. I'll sort it out. In fact, I could even, I suppose, the actual program that I use for doing that, you can open that up in a window. I could then just capture the window and put it in the jukebox. There we go. I'll do that. I'll try that at some point. Sounds okay. Donkey Sean. I've got a gazillion devices. Isn't that Iggy Pop? I've got a gazillion devices. I got a lust for life. I have. But I would have spent all this money on devices, on wine, and getting exceptionally drunk and making my head explode. So, what's better for me? Devices or wine? Why is it always wine? I like my devices. I've always liked tech. I'm a gamer. I like all that kind of stuff, but I like it. I like it. I like cameras, lenses, microphones. But I'm getting to the point where I don't need anything else. Mind you, I've not really needed anything beforehand, have I? Rusk's cowherd, wish nairn, avid McFlurry, positive eroticism. Ooh, leisurely valedictory beef. Positive eroticism. I am sure I've seen them support an 8 mile radius. I think all I need to do on this, I need to change the text, font text. But apart from that, it looks great. I wonder if I could do that live. Should I even think about doing that live? You don't get to see any of this whatsoever. Message effects. No. Overlay. No. Dark mode. None of this works. I think I have to copy and paste it again. I'm going to try this. See if this works. Hang on, I'm pushing buttons live here. This could end up horrifically wrong. Copy. Just copy your bell end. Don't copy your bell end, obviously. Open up another window and see what the difference is between these two. Paste and go. No. That ain't worked, man. That ain't worked. Balls to it. Now you want a McFlurry. Alright, I could use a different device to mirror the screen. I could. Good point. Well made. But the only thing with that, Mandy, is then I would need to have 2 devices plugged in. Because I normally get sent things to show on screen on WhatsApp, which is connected to the phone I have in my hand. So if I needed to show something off the phone, it would have to be on the phone. I couldn't have a very small version of the screen because it's a pointless. You know what I mean? And yeah, ain't. Oh man, it is warm, but I think it's. Remind me to take the cameras, all the cameras I own tomorrow. It's going to be foggy and it's going to be freezing cold. It could be exceptionally atmospheric tomorrow. In fact, I might even leave me last little bit of filming to do until tomorrow. See what it looks like tomorrow morning. Not that it'll work, because obviously the cameras are so good these days that you just can't see fog. You see through it. That's not a hot cup of tea, that, by the way. I made myself a cup when I got back home from dropping Jess off at home. And I barely drunk any of it because I've been busy. Didn't want to waste it, so I threw it in my thermos. And it's lukewarm at best. Take Jess to work in the morning. 7:45 in the blessed AM. It might look fairly good. Fairly. Don't forget to take them. Thank you, Mandy. Thank you for reminding me. I wonder, can you change the fonts? I don't know. I don't know. Yes, you can. But that makes them far too big. Not doing that again. Balls to it. Balls to it. Oh. Close tab. I wonder. No, I'm not doing it. I can see what I'm doing. You can wait till next time. We'll have a practice with this. The next two people have received their packages today. Was it today or yesterday? I can't remember. Ali Alio and Jinxie have received theirs. Should I microwave my tea and put it into my smeg? Not a chance, Mandy. One does not microwave tea. What do you think we are, colonials? No. Freshly boiled or not at all. I don't mind cold tea. Anyone who's got kids will tell you, you get used to the taste of cold tea. My good friend in work, Roz, when she was off on maternity, came back. And one of the first questions to her when she was back is, are you glad to be back? But it's different for you now, isn't it? She went, yeah, I'm delighted to be back. It's the first time I've had a hot cup of tea in about 9 months or something. But you just don't get them when you're a parent. Tea always goes cold. Even when they're 18, tea always goes bloody cold. Am I happy with Everton's transfer window? I am. Delighted. Because there was options to go out and spend money. And Moyes and the backroom staff said, no, what's the point? Why are we signing players who are going to make no difference to the team? We brought in Charlie Alcaraz. He wanted him, so he's brought him in. But there's no point in spending money on other players if they're not going to make any difference to the squad. And for a team who can't score goals, we've scored 6 in the last 2 first halves, so we're doing all right. You are the only one who hasn't got a keyring in the world, Mandy. There's yours there. It's there. I will drop yours off. I also have your diploma. I'll drop that off as well. What else? Oh yeah, a knitted potato. I think we'll swerve that one, eh? Not tested it yet. I haven't. I have got bottles in the fridge. Why have I not tested this? Do you know what? You're going to get a seat stream in a bit. I'm going to go and get a bottle. You don't get a used one, Mandy. Get you a fresh one. A fresh one and a load of cedarwood joss sticks. Steve, you got a diploma before Mandy? You did? You and Helen were the first people to get a diploma. The very first. As I'd not thought of the idea until I was sending you the Ruby Ball. And I received them. That's why it took a while for it to come through, because I was waiting for these to get made. At which point I thought, I need to do something slightly personalised if possible. So anybody who gets a diploma, it will be slightly personalised to you, not just copy and paste. And also check the beer mats, because they're blank on the back, but they might not all be blank on the back, is all I'm saying. Ali Alio sent me a video of her unboxing or everything laid out. And then about 20 minutes later went, oh, I found this on the back of one of them. Yes, I know. There's a network error. Is that working? Can't test the ring puller. Why is that not working? Why is Twitch is being weird tonight? It's lovely, thank you. No worries, Steve. Just, I'm not in a position where I can send out loads of expensive stuff, but if I can do something personalised, at least. You haven't checked the beer mats? Have a look. I'm not sure whether I wrote one on yours, but if not, I did for the next people. Did I? I'm thinking. I might have done, you know, or I might not have done. If I haven't, I'll send you one with something written on the back. Have I put some in the car? I haven't, but there is one little, don't even know what you call it, one little package which I should have put in the car, and that should have been for Tomash, but I didn't see him at the weekend, did I? So I'll leave that in the car. I wonder if he gets chucked out for taking that in with him. Can I look what's in your coat, mate? What's in your coat? What are you carrying in your coat? Have you framed it and stuck it in the loo? Is that the first thing you think of when you think of me? The shit house. Terrible behaviour. Absolutely terrible behaviour. Am I going Saturday? I am not going Saturday. I'm not going to the FA Cup game, and I'm not going to the derby. The game on Saturday took me 3 days to get over. In fact, I'm still not completely over it, to be honest with you. My left leg has been sore and just ridiculous amounts of tremoring as a result. But every time I walk up them steps, I turn around and look and think, that's one less time. There's only a handful of times I have to do that again before we move to the new stadium. And escalators, which they've got in the top balcony of the main stand, but that's no good. I'm not in the top balcony of the main stand at Goodison, am I? Next one is away. Okay, Prince Charles. Are you sure? We've got Bournemouth in the cup. I thought that was at home on Saturday. Followed by, oh no, the derby, TNT, not a chance. I haven't got TNT anyway, but now I try and avoid the derby as much as possible. I hate the games. I hate them. I would rather every season start with Liverpool home and away. Get them over and done with. Even if you get beat 28-0 in both games. It's nothing. Start the season and enjoy the rest of the year. Hate them. Hate them. Mandy, you know way too much. This Saturday home, next away. Yeah, we're at home this Saturday. We're at home on the Wednesday after. Then we're away on the Saturday after that. So is that three home games in a week and a half? It is, isn't it? Saturday, Wednesday. 3 home games on the bounce. Bournemouth and Liverpool, the 2 form teams in the Premier League. All right, I know one of them is going to be in the FA Cup, but you know, You know way too much, Mandy. And do you know why? It's because the football streams are fantastic, aren't they? 170 odd people, I think, were watching the last one. Not at once. And it didn't show you how many people just looked and went bollocks to that and swiped off. Osmosis, we played them in the European Europa League thing. I know it might not have been them, might have been someone else. You've consumed it, subsumed it. Yes, Mandy. Mandy knows the football fixtures. Who are you and what have you done with the real Mandy? Where are you? Are you up there on some kind of interplanetary craft? Being gang probed. That's from The Simpsons, by the way. That's not me being disgusting. What Homer says about Ned. We got taken up on this ship and then he gang probed Ned. That's all that is. They all watched at least 20 seconds. If they all watched an advert at the start, cha-ching, you'd be getting solid gold bottle openers. There'd be no solid gold bottle openers. What the hell's happened here? How to make thumbnails piss off. Oh, Mandy. I know you're getting into AI at the moment, aren't you? A little bit of AI creativity. Leonardo.ai is a really good website. They've now got an Android app for the phone or for the tablet. It gives you X amount of credits per day. So it might be worth downloading that onto the tablet because it's really, really good. That's where all the Jeff stuff comes from. Very, very good. I'll text you later and let you know. You only know because you pin the scores. Heads up for a ranty ninja. You don't want to miss a ranty ninja, do you? I mean, the last home game on the way home in the car was no good, was it? People tuned in to see me call him a baldy ginger bastard and he's not there anymore. We're not having it. It's not good. Ali, oh. How's it going? Yeah, right you are. Thank you for the gift. You are quite welcome. And Mandy for the potato. Mandy's the only one you need to be thanking because I've done absolutely nothing, to be honest with you. Just printing something off and laminating it and throwing that in an envelope. Took no effort whatsoever. On the other hand, Mandy's handy mandiwork was exquisite. Exquisite potatoing. But you are most welcome. A bit late was to me, not to Ali, yes. I was thinking that. Why are you being so mean to Ali? Of course it wasn't. You're not like that. Tuning in for Ants got sunshine and rainbows. You did. It was nice for a change, though. Getting out. There was a different vibe, a different atmosphere. Ali, behind that bar. No worries. A completely different vibe at the football. This is weird as well, by the way. Hang on, I'll just put the footy back up. In 2001, was it? Walter Smith was the manager. The late Walter Smith was the manager of Everton. And it is one of the worst times in our history. We played Middlesbrough away in the FA Cup and got beat 3-0. And it was live on the BBC, so the entire country got to see us being shit. And the atmosphere was as bad as I can remember. We were just resigned to being relegated. And then David Moyes came in. And we scored within 27 seconds of his first game against Fulham. David Unsworth scored with his left foot, obviously. And the atmosphere straight away was different. And Moyes has come in this time round, all those years later, 23, 24 years later. And it's exactly the same. The atmosphere's changed completely. You sent me a video of what you got. You did. I don't think I can show it at the moment, though. I'll try. We'll see if it works. Might do, might not do. I think it might be a bit juddery though, unfortunately. We'll see. Oh, there you go. It's not too bad, is it? There you go. And of course, that. So if you get a beer mat, check the back of the beer mat from now on. You never know. You never know. Don't know what's going to be on there, do you? You do not know. Mandy, you want a hot chocolate? Do you believe in miracles? Kirsty, you are mainly lurking today. That's no problem whatsoever. An OGP. You're down with OGP? Yeah, you know me. An original gangster potato it is, isn't it? Not only is he a ninja, he's original gangster. Proper, they're the originals. They come in different shapes and sizes. But an OGP is an OG indeed. You didn't get a sign one either, Mandy. Your stuff's to arrive. You've got more stuff to arrive. There's things I've started doing now that I didn't when you got your beer mats. You see. Because you got yours so early. You were such an early adopter. Things have changed since then. Hopefully for the better. Hopefully for better. Didn't know you wanted my signature so much. This is what Cristiano Ronaldo feels like. Getting pestered for his signature all the time. Kirsty, you're good, just clean it. No worries, no worries. Get on with that. Get on with your cleaning, girl. Got to be done, hasn't it? I've got to hoover my bedroom. I should have done it yesterday. I should have done it today. I should have done it tonight. It's getting done tomorrow. Bed needs setting on fire. No, it doesn't. I need to get all the bedclothes off and it needs changing. My ma's going to do that for me tomorrow. I can't do it myself, one-handed. I can do many things. I can put my socks on one-handed. I cannot change bedclothes one-handed though, which is a right pain in the scrot. So she'll have to do it. I've been round with the feather flick, the zhuzhi, the Ken Dodd stick. I've been doing that. I've thrown 2 bin bags full of shite. Am I sure my hairy spud is the big one? It looks medium. I'll check. I think it's the big one. The size of my head. You cut your hair and trimmed your beard tonight. Your haircut won't have taken long, will it, Steve? Trimmed your beard as well. Are we talking like George Michael trim or still down here trim? We have some Steve action tonight as well. Keep your eyes on the screen for that. We all like a bit of Steve action, don't we? Aye. Don't we, ladies? Aye. I'll have to retrieve the spuds from the many locations that they are in this room. It's a fairly big room, this, but I have an entire bedroom, office, and YouTube studio in this one place. So it gets a little bit crowded at times. I could change my bed one-handed. It's just technique. I don't have the technique, therefore I cannot change my bed one-handed. I don't know. Could Jeremy Beale come out and show me how he does it? I doubt it. They buried him years ago, but there you go. It's just that's one of I used to do my own bedding all the time. Throw my own stuff in the wash. So much of it would go in the dryer. Pillowcases, just throw them in the dryer, and then the big, massive king-size duvet, wherever the cover, stick on the washing line. I love it. Get it all done myself while people are out the house. I miss doing my own washing. Not that there's a problem because the washer is constantly on in the house, so it gets done. I could throw something in the wash in the morning and then put it back on clean in the afternoon. Gets done that quickly, but I don't like relying on people. I'd rather just be able to do stuff myself. You know what I mean? Talking of hairy spuds, aye, Steve, aye. No tea, no tea. Hello, Casper. It would be hard one-handed if I fitted. They are fitted sheets. I have fitted sheets, or a fitted bottom sheet anyway. You still need two hands to proper. It's a proper king size, super king size duvet. Fucking massive, man. It's a huge bed, massive. Has to be to fit me in because I'm a large loaf, obviously. I've got loads and loads of different pillows and cushions on there and things. I've got two body pillows because I'm greedy like that. There's a roll technique. Yes, I think TikTok showed there's a roll technique. You still need two hands to do that though. Because you have to push through, judge through, don't you, like that? I can't do it. How's things with work? Ali, watch this space for how things are with work. No spoilers, but watch this space. King size quilt covers are a bugger to put on. They are. To say the bed that I've got is a super king size, which is ridiculous. As wide as it is long. I'll probably do pillowcases. I can do that, but not a massive. And the last time I changed my own bedding and put a duvet on, a duvet cover on, was when my room was upstairs, obviously before the stroke. And if you get to the top of I'll go to the foot of our stairs. Top of our stairs, there's a little bit of a banister outside my old room. I used to be able to just hang the duvet over the banister, put the cover over it, and then shake it so it was hanging down the stairs. All done. Piece of piss, dead easy. Used to take me minutes to change an entire bed. Can't do that now. Just cannot do it. And I couldn't get it done today because I was working and I was on the phones. Can't have people coming in and out when I'm on the phones doing secret government work. Mandy does the two-handed inside out, grab corners and shake. You make a lot of money doing that. Where'd you do that? Street corners of Rill. Oh, do you mean changing the covers, right? It is two-handed inside out, grab the corners and shake, which I do, or did, but I had to do it over the banister because it's too fucking long. Well, it's easier because you use gravity to your own advantage, I think. Best way to change the duvet covers. Best way to do it is pretend to have a stroke and get your parents to do it for you instead. Not that I've pretended, obviously. I would happily change my own stuff. But then would I be here? Would I be here? That's the universal duvet technique. Hang on, football away. How about the universal continental quilt technique? Over the banisters is also a good way. Ali's letting us into some of the secrets here. Love it over the banister. You can fold fitted sheets too. Is there a secret to that, Mandy? Is there a secret? You want to let us into that one? How does it work? You fold the sheets like a ball. Yep. I don't think that counts as folding, to be honest with you, Ali. That's more, I roll them up into a ball, volley them into the corner. There's got to be a trick. Slight problem with the banister, you live in a bungalow. True. For those of you that live in bungalows, steer clear of the banister. But yeah, the fitted ones, roll them up into a ball. Don't matter. You're in duvet country. Same with our Kirsty, yeah. Over the couch. All the state secrets are coming out now, aren't they? All the state secrets are coming out. And I was going to say, it's getting warmer, isn't it? Tomorrow's going to be below freezing. Well, it's not getting warmer, but it is in general, it's getting warmer. So I do believe I am going to put my fluffy hoodies back on the wardrobe in the suitcase. And I think we have some of those vacuum hoovery bag things that you can put clothes in and vacuum pack them. I might do some of them as well, because I've got loads of hoodies and I only need 2 or 3 of them during the summer. There's any kind of chilly-ish day. Apart from that, I don't need that many, and I've got loads of them. There's a little bit of filt. It was really bright at 5:30 this evening. Funnily enough, I was mentioning to Jess on the way to the hairdressers earlier how nice the sky is and how much I like this time of the evening. And she went, oh, as she come back out, she went, oh, if you like the sky, wait till you see it going in that direction, which is towards the west. And it was really, really light. That was about 5:30. And what time was it? Even when I got back here earlier, did I put a picture up earlier? I did, didn't I? On not everyone's got Instagram, so I'll get it up. Where's me thing? I'll find it. Again, why is the whole of Southport purple at the moment? I need to know these things. That was earlier. And it wasn't dark, as you can see in the background, it was light. Very purple, and that there is Saturn. That white dot in the middle is Saturn. That's your very own planet. Yes, you've got to organise the junk drawer. Oh, good luck. Quickest sheet fold that you do. Right arm a third of the way into the top. Left arm midway a third way in. Grab the bottom a third way in with the top. Uncross arms and what? We need to see this technique. No filthy Alice, no filth. If you can't do it over the banister, do it over the sofa instead. Purple Southport sounds like a band who may or may not have supported 8 Mile Radius in Toronto in 1972. It does, doesn't it? Hands into 2 long edge corners. Bring hands together. Put right corner over the other. It's too hard to explain. I like the fact that you gave it a try. You got halfway through and thought, oh, bollocks to this, I can't be asked. It was lovely, Ali. It was lovely. Lovely. The skies have been fantastic. Even the other morning, there was such a strange, on the latest video that I published, there is such a strange atmosphere as I walked out the front door. It wasn't dark. It wasn't overly light. But it was weird. And then by the time I got home, I was recording that video, it had gone purpley. Proper lilac-y purpley. Strange. Very strange. Give me a demo when you get your certificate. No problem at all. Look forward to that. Showing someone who's only got one arm how to use 2 arms to do something. Thank you very much, Evil. Yeah, the asteroid that's got the scientists worried. A 64-1 chance of hitting us, which is very close. Very close indeed. It is. If it's going to do it, can it do it before the end of the season and hit Anfield? Please. Didn't it get dark till back at 6 here today? It's getting longer and longer every day. Lighter and lighter, longer and longer, noticeably. Same with the morning. When I take Jess to work in the morning, I leave here at 7:20. It's not dark anymore. Mad. Ting, fam. Started to get light out at 8 this morning. It was sunny all day. Tomorrow's the same. Lovely stuff. What's our weather like apart from the fact that it's going to be bleeding freezing? Thursday, fog -1 in the morning. And then by the time it gets to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it's 7 degrees. I think you could firmly call that a mixed bag. In 40 days, it'll be light at 7 p.m. End of March, it's almost 8 o'clock, isn't it? By the end of March with BST, it'll be minty chocolate. After 8. Very good, man. Very good indeed. Very good, Mandy, but you are getting...
Very poor. Very poor indeed.
Even though it was good, you're getting a very poor indeed. But it will, yeah, with the clocks going forward. End of March, it'll be 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock plus before it gets dark. Which means... return of the sunset live streams. Jean-Jers crossed. I will have to do some practicing to make sure I'm doing it right. The setup. I need an opposite one. No, just I'm happy with that one because no matter how good people think they are, I can still say it's very poor indeed, just to annoy them, so it works. Very poor indeed, Mandy. Very poor. Or do I just put my own voice in going, not, before he says very poor? Not, very poor indeed. Yeah, it's mad. March doesn't feel that far away, obviously because February is such a short month. It really doesn't feel that far away, and then suddenly to be 8 o'clock before it starts getting dark. Considering it was like 3:30 not too long ago when it was pitch bleeding black. Shrove Tuesday isn't until the 4th of March. Does that seem late? It does, doesn't it? Pancake Day. Or is it just me as well? Does that Pancake Day bring up ideas of being February? 3rd week in February-ish? I don't know. What's his face? That was Lady Gaga, wasn't it? You agree, Steve. Thank you. It does. It feels like it was always sort of February-ish. Now it isn't. But then again, yeah, I know, like Easter, plenty of times Easter has fallen around my birthday in April. And then it's been middle of March or something. It's bizarre. On its arse. Changes every year. It does. It doesn't normally change that much where it goes from 20 odd to February to the 4th of March seems a stretch. It's a cracker. It's Frank Carson. It's a cracker. It's the way I tell him it's a cracker. He was from Northern Ireland, by the way. Not India. Frank Carson. Not Jimmy Cricket. Frank Carson. Jimmy Cricket was from the Republic of Ireland. Frank from Northern Ireland. People seem to get them two mixed up for some strange reason. That's a cracker. You half what you did. Be right back, Ali Ali out. No worries. Bloody throat, man. What is Shrove Tuesday? It's Pancake Day. Some religious holiday where you eat pancakes to, and I don't know. No idea what the connection is, being an irreligious scrote that I am. Is it the day before Ash Wednesday? No idea. I need a clip of that for good jokes. Oh, I don't know. Maybe. I'll see if I can find it. Ripper 6000. Follow you. I will follow you back over on Twitch with the 6,000 people over on Twitch. There's not 6,000 people over on Twitch. I will add you as soon as you finished on here, mate. No problem at all. Where about in the world you from, Ripper? Australia. Tell me it's Australia. What is Shrove Tuesday? Ali'll know. Pancake Day. The day before Ash Wednesday, which is something to do with Jeezy Creasy. That's all I know. Isn't it the start of Lent? Use up the leftovers in the cupboard. Is that what it... Yeah. I don't know. I don't believe in giving things up for Lent. Why should you suffer? No need to suffer, man. Casper, you've decided you're going to Sweden in June, so you're really looking forward to those 11 at night endless sunsets. Endless in as much as the sun doesn't actually set in some parts of that place. Mad. That would blow my head completely, that, you know. Genuinely. I mean, genuinely. And the same with the sun sets in whatever month it is, and you don't get it back until 5 or 6 months later. Your head had just burst. But I'm using me. Oh, no, don't just. I'm here. This is doing my. Okay, now I'm doing this now. I'm in me expensive chair as well. Me very expensive chair from work. I am delighted. There you go, from our Ali home. Shrove Tuesday, Tuesday, March the 4th. Lasting 40 days, Christians will commonly fast or give something up for Lent. Therefore, being the day before Lent begins, Shrove Tuesday is a day for preparation when people would indulge, commonly eating pancakes and other sweet treats before fasting, which is why it has become known to some as Pancake Day. So, that's what it is. Ash Wednesday is the start of Lent. So the day before is Shrove Tuesday, and that is the day where you eat as much shite as you can before pretending to be sound. Who's Ripper? Ripper is over on Twitch. Ripper 6000. Joey, how you doing, bud? Cheers, fellow Patriots and other non-England fans, other non-New England fans. Mandy, you started singing "What Is Lent Anyway?" Is this Howard Jones by any chance? I did get a new chair. This has been my chair for the last 5 years, I think it is. And I've sat in it about 20 times. So instead of using my 70 quid from Amazon chair, why not use my 500 quid from work chair? It's much better, much more comfy. Unfortunately, far too comfy. Especially when you're sitting there with your headset on, looking like H from Steps. No, it's supposed to be listening out for calls and you feel your head going, oh shit. Stay awake, stay awake. Catholic tradition, I think it's just a Christian tradition, isn't it? Anyone who believes in Jeezy Creasy believes in that. That Tuesday means you know what. Went out drinking every Tuesday before Ash Wednesday. Are you all set for Sunday? Would that be the superb owl? Never been less excited for the Super Bowl ever in over 40 years that you've been watching it. I'm wondering how it's going to work this year. I've deleted Twitter because obviously disgusting. I've moved to Blue Sky. I had every Super Bowl hashtag muted over on Twitter. I've added a few on this one. I'm not sure whether I'm going to be able to escape any of that, but we'll find out. Yeah, Protestants, same for the Protestants. You just don't break the drinking, of course. Show us your chair. I'll whip it out in a minute, Mandy. Getting a bit samey, yeah. I think the Eagles are going to win. That's part of the problem with major sport all around the world, isn't it, really? Getting a bit samey everywhere. Deliberately done so as well, I think. Danes are Protestants. You don't have Lent. Well, technically Protestant, but really only 5% max are Christian. Again, talking to my daughter earlier, it's going to be fairly soon before there's a tipping point and the majority of the world is atheist. It's getting that way in most countries now, apart from there's like a handful of places. The Americas are still very healthily into the religion, and Russia and parts of the Baltic and what have you, but there's huge amounts of Europe and huge amounts of Eastern Europe and things where it's not even looked at anymore. I think there is parts of Central or South America where the youth are getting more into the idea of there being no deity as well. Is the president going to the Super Bowl? In Longyearbyen on Svalbard, the sun disappears on October the 27th and reappears on February the 16th. That's what you call a night. You don't even need a passport to go to Svalbard. And it is full of scientists and polar bears. That's about it, really. I'd love to go there, though. The president will be there. Naturellement. Just on the news, Tom Ash, the inventor of the deal where you get a contract but supply your own mobile, has died. R.I.P. Simone Lee.
Very poor. Very poor indeed. Very poor. Very poor indeed.
You're getting a double bubble for that one. How are you doing, Tom Ash? You don't? Does Svalbard not technically belong to anyone, or is it just some kind of only scientists come here now? Keep in mind the last major event in New Orleans was that car attack. Bloody hell. Just want to sit in the bar there and talk about the war. Yeah, Trump is trying to take over Gaza and call it the Riviera. Fucking lunatic, man. It's someone else's country. Don't get involved in empire building. We did. Doesn't work out well, trust me. Casper, cousin and aunt went there a few years ago. Friend of yours worked there for 5 years. Breathtaking. Looks amazing. The football stadium that they've got there is the best looking football stadium on the planet. It is insane. Only if the ball goes out and goes into the water, get a new ball, you're not getting that one back. Svalbard is part of Norway. But they might have had some kind of deal, the same as the Antarctic, where because it's close to so many different countries, it doesn't belong to anyone. Along with Jan Mayen in between, yeah. So it's too cold for crime, so they don't even try and stop it. Yeah, I suppose it's very difficult to cause any kind of issues when it is genuinely frostbite. You can't throw your gloves down, can you, and start having a scrap in the street. You'd be losing noses to frostbite. A double bubble and Steve telling you should be ashamed of yourself. That is the kind of entrance you like to make to the pause. Proper get in there. Thomas, you are a showman. Don't start singing Barry Manilow songs though. Poor old Barry Manilow. The man who could walk into a wall with a hard on and still break his nose. Bless him. Did I send Tom the pic that you sent the other day? Oh shit, which one was that? I get a bazillion and one things and I can't remember now. Did I send it? Oh shit, no, hang on. I didn't, did I? Bit of club rock shandy there. Proper club rock shandy. I forgot that. I think to myself the other day, there's something I've got to do, and I couldn't remember what it was. That must have been one of the things. Basically, only June, July, and August we can be sure the temperatures are above freezing. That's just, it's too much, man. I couldn't deal with that. Yes, I was sending Mandy the Discworld podcast. Desert Island Discworld. Looks good, that. Ali, you got Joey a pineapple-based drink called a painkiller. Now you're talking. Yeah, 2 days of 17 degrees Celsius a few years ago in Svalbard, and it made the news. I'm not surprised. Barry Manilow, the man who could smell the Sunday roast on a Tuesday. You're having that one, Dave? It's a St. Clement's. Oranges and lemons. All right. Proper orange as well. Looks like almost like an American Fanta. That American Fanta looks like it glows in the dark, doesn't it? That's one of the biggest TikTok things of last year or the year before, wasn't it? American tourists who were blown away by the fact that like European Fanta doesn't look like fluorescent orange. Why does it look like a different colour orange? Because it's made out of oranges. Blown away. What are you playing at out there, Lid? What are you playing at? We had 24 degrees Celsius in Nuuk not 2 years ago. Nuuk and Reykjavik is on the exact same line of latitude. You know, it all depends, doesn't it, on what's happening with the jet stream, the Gulf Stream, and the polar vortex. If all of those work in your favour, it can be really, really hot or really, really cold, depending on what you need. Know what I mean? Nothing wrong with Barry. Anybody who sings a song with your name and it gets your vote. So, as far as I can think, that's basically going to be Barry Manilow and 10cc. Anyone else other than that? Kev, how you doing, bud? Like, done and that. Brucey bonus. Cheers, Lid. Jackie Lewis. What about you? There is a half man, half biscuit cover of Barry Manilow's Mandy. We have to listen to that. Probably can't put it on here because, you know, copyright strikes, but the jet stream wave, so it depends on if you're above or below it, divides into warm and cold. It does. And it also really, really badly affects mountain climbing. I've been listening to The Summit by Pembergalji Sherpa, I think it is, with an Irish fella doing he was part of the team that was with him, doing the commentary over it, narration even, and they were talking about that. When the Gulf Stream is at a certain level, it can affect climbing Everest or K2 or wherever else it touches. Because Mount Everest especially, when there's a low pressure, what is almost classed as space or the troposphere or one of them, drops down below the top of Mount Everest. So if you're on the top of there, you are in another layer of the Earth's atmosphere, almost space. Or something like that, I can't remember. Do we see if Louise is lurking? We could do. We could do. Lulu. Lulu Bell. If she's there. Westlife covered it, or Boyzone. You could have just shortened that to Someone Shit covered it. Some days you feel half man, half biscuit. They were friends of my dad for a while. He finished his career at Tranmere, and they're all Tranmere fans. We used to get to see them in the players' lounge all the time. Non-alcoholic for our Jinxie. Yeah. Saying this the other day. So far, there's been 4 sets of these sent out. I think. Yeah. I own loads of them and I don't drink alcohol. And then at least 3 of the 4 sets that were sent also don't drink alcohol, which is bizarre. I could have been a contender, says Jeff. Really? You're half porcupine? You're saying you're a bit of a prick? Not having that. Not having it. Top half, obviously. Oh, man. They're evil porcupines, man. The little potato is lovely. The spiky hair makes it... Oh, you got a spiky haired one. These were done at random. I didn't look at the names on the front of the envelopes. I just grabbed in, and in they went. As you can see by the fact that no one's name is written on the front of the grab bag. That's what you get. A little grab bag. That one's Thomas's. That should be in the car. And it wasn't. But I never saw you anyway, so it don't matter. Don't matter. Don't really matter. West Zone or Boys Life is nothing on the half man, half biscuit. Send it over to me. I'll send it over to, yes, to our Mandingo. Have a listen to it. Get a lesson. Get a lesson. You'll love it. Jackie, did you get your diploma? Joe, you could do 20 push-ups, then your arms would give out. I couldn't even do 1. This is before the stroke. I couldn't even do 1. How bad things are. 19 more than our Jinxie, of course. Unless there was money involved. And a car park. You know what I'm saying? Porcupet is a chat-up line in Newcastle. It is. Oh, Porcupet. You fancy a fucking a kebab? What kind of kebab is it? You know, obviously that kind of thing. A bear sack. Would you like to see me bear sack? And is that's got your stuff in there, apart from your diploma? Can't fit a diploma in there. But I'll leave it in the car for the next time I stumble upon you on Goodison Road. Porcupet is a baby porcupine, it is. Cute, isn't it? They are little cute things as well. But they turn into little bastards. You got it, but you didn't understand it. Because it was written in... It was printed off, it wasn't even written, was it? It was in cursive. Is that was the reason why? It's a sack of spud. It is as well, actually. It is a sack of spud. There is a spud in there. And you imagine trying to explain to a post office for the Irish customs, can you tell me what's in the package? It was a printed certificate, okay? And what's this squishy thing? It's a little cuddly toy. Can't say to them, it's a fucking knitted ninja potato, can I? They'd be getting me dragged out of there. A sack of spud. Newcastle 1 up, 3-0 on aggregate. And 8 Newcastle. Is the Dukey broke? The levy broke. A different thing. Where are we? Where's my stuff? Yes, it's still broke. Peter Gabriel Plays Live is not playing on my phone at the moment. Bizarro. Mondo Bizarro. There are approximately 14 castles in Newcastle. None of them are new. There are approximately 500 Gregs in Newcastle, though. That's not people called Greg. There's also a 24 hours open Greg. Mad. I've had to go there twice to deliver training. I like the metro. That's quite good. And the place where I stayed was lovely. The Railway Hotel, which is part of the railway. The station that you come out of is at Newcastle Central. Very, very nice. Very old school. I like it. 56 years without major silverware, the Geordies. How were the people? Yeah, Newcastle fans are some of the most bizarre people on the planet. You think they're a big club because there's only one football club in the city and their nearest rivals are Sunderland, and then beyond that, Carlisle United or Middlesbrough. Ridiculous. Within the same, Middlesbrough's 40 miles away, over 40 miles away. Everton are in the fucking shadow of what used to be the most successful English team of all time. 30 miles down the road is the most successful English team of all time, and what will pretty soon be one of the most successful teams of English football of all time. It's mad. And yet we're still getting 40,000 every week. We're bigger than you because we get like 5,000 people more than you do. There's fuck all to do in Newcastle. Nothing. Go to the footy, go drinking, fighting and shagging, that's about it. It's a great place to go to, by the way. Where's Chatham Line? Yeah, how Duck? How do you fancy getting on? I was on a bastard. We're off to Blade and Races, we are, aren't we? Hate that tune. I thought it was 55 years. It'll be 56 years this year. By the obviously because it's 2005, not 2004. And the last thing they won was at the Intercity Fairs Cup. Bizarre. Yes. Oh, where's my other stuff? Where's my other stuff? No, it's not there. It's not that one. How's everything with you? How's Mrs. Tom? Can you hear me, Mrs. Tom? How's Domingos Duarte? Don't like Newcastle. Joey, my dad was a professional footballer. He played for Middlesbrough. Newcastle and Middlesbrough are rivals, so I was brought up not to like Newcastle. Nothing against the people, I've got lots of friends up there, but the football team. And then they're doing this weird thing where they're trying to generate some kind of rivalry with Everton, despite the fact that they're completely irrelevant. It's funny. But there you go. Sunderland can turn up at Goodison Park, drinking any pub up and down County Road, there's never an issue. Newcastle, it's always murder. You are the pride of Anglia. Definitely, Steve-o. Alright, work is nuts. Have you transferred from brain doctor to vasectomies? Mrs. Tom has gone to bed. Oh, tired. Are you alright, Mrs. Tom? Domingo is wailing downstairs. Read somewhere there's a correlation between landscape elevation and English accents like Geordie's. Landscapes go up and down, but Steve's home turf is more flat like their accent. All right. So the higher up you live, the more up and down your accent is. Read it somewhere, don't know if it's true. It's an interesting idea, I like that. I swear, yep. How does that work for Northern Ireland? It doesn't. You are freaks of nature, Jaguars. With your weird accent, he says, with his weird accent. Cut yourself on, will you? Oh yeah, the Iwobi 90 plus 8 minutes goal. The Just Stop Oil night. Geordie jeans everywhere. You and 38,550 others floated out of Goodison. I wasn't there for that one. I was there for the we are winning 2-0 into injury time and got pegged back to 2-2, which was horrific. But I missed that one. Louis McKechnie, was that his name? The Just Stop Oil dude who tied himself to a goalpost with a a thing you'll strap around his neck. And bizarre. And as a result, 8 minutes got added on and we equalised 8 minutes into injury time with Alec Lexi Boy Iwobi. I liked him. Good lad. Ever been to Gibraltar? It was so hot. I've never been to Gibraltar. That's a strange place. I'd love to go there apart from the fact that it's probably full of Uber Brits, isn't it? The ones who want to show how British they are by out-Britting other Brits. Which is why most of Britain hates Liverpool. Well, most of England hates Liverpool. Because of how European we are compared to them. It's bizarre. Very strange. I understand you when you... What was that? When you talk. Of course I do. I've worked over in Belfast. The very first time I got out the bus station outside the Europa Hotel, and someone said to me, because our building used to be over the road from the Europa. Crossed the road, stood outside our building, and a fella came out and went, "Welcome to Belfast. That's the most bombed hotel in Europe. Thank you very much, mate. Where are you staying?" He said. Not fucking there. I was down there in another hotel just round the corner from the Falls Road and the Shankill Road. My arse went. It only talked about the English. English is weird enough anyway, without getting the Irish involved. Don't mention the 2-2. That was a horrific night. Bloody typical. Bloody English. 92 minutes up and 2-0 up. We left because my half always like to leave a little bit early because we needed to get out there and get home. Winning 2-0. By the time we got just outside the church, I think someone went, "Ah, bollocks, they've scored 2-1. Got as far as County Road and someone went, "Ah, it's 2-2. What? 2-2? Oh, bollocks, mate. Louis McKechnie, the bolt cutters, someone in the Lower Gladys offering a knife. Yeah, that was the mad thing. You were trying to cut it and someone in the Lower Gladys went, "Yeah, mate, use me knife. Do not be taking a knife to a football match." You don't have a Belfast accent, I know, but by saying that you do, it will offend you, so I'm going to do it even more. With your "I don't have a Belfast accent" said in a Belfast accent. I'm not from fucking Belfast. Danish accent's nothing to brag about, because you mostly sound Scouse, that's why. We had Jan Sørensen, who played for FC20, who phoned me dad up one day when he just signed for FC20 and went, "All right, Billy, fancy a game of darts?" I thought, what, is he taking a piss out of me or something? When he met him, he was like, "No, this is how we talk. He's from Copenhagen, and they all talk English with a Scouse accent. Same as Tommy Gravison." Bizarre. Yes. Mandy from Wales, where the alphabet is unreal. Can't understand you when you type. I think I feel. Your accent's a combination of accents, probably half Brooklyn, half Chicago. That's a hell of a combination, that one, Joey, that one. Well, that's fucking hell, how does that work? I like the Brooklyn thing though. Everyone, it sounds vaguely Scouse to me, in as much as everyone sounds aggressive in Brooklyn, even when they're saying something nice to you. Same as in Liverpool. "Cheers for me cup of tea, lad." All right. Florian Lejeune scored 2 Premier League goals, both of them in that game, both against Everton. Ricky van Wolfswinkel, 1 goal in the Premier League for Norwich against Everton at Carrow Road. Just Esteban Fuertes, 1 goal for Derby against Everton. 3 points lost. Got deported because he had an Italian passport and he was from Argentina and it was fake. Always happens to us. Corrado Grabby scored 3 goals, didn't he? 1 in the league against Everton at Blackburn. I was there for that one. I was there for Fuertes. The most loud accents, that's why you sound like that. You hear the Brooklyn one, but you wouldn't know the Chicago one, if you're honest. Watch loads of Al Capone stuff. But he still talk like that. Calling women sister. I've been watching loads of those shite Al films. You're born there, but you've lived where you are for 50 plus years. Got out while the going was bad. Yeah, Chicago accent, think the Bears. Brooklyn's the Sopranos, isn't it? Is that getting close to what I do whenever I see a dog when I'm taking me daughter to work in the morning? Oh my God, look at the dog. The dog's adorable. It's a sausage dog. It's his name, Myron. And then the other day, on the way to the match, there was a sausage dog and she wasn't there to say it to. I was gutted. Ali, yours is a culture accent. Is that sort of a backwoodsy kind of farmery accent, is it? You mainlanders don't have the Shetland accent. You find it over the top. It's just mad that they all sound like Scousers from Copenhagen now. 85 Bears was the first Super Bowl we had live in the UK. I remember that. With William Perry. The fridge. Everyone seems to support the Chicago Bears in the UK as a result of that one. The Bornholm accent is really charming. They sing like the Swedes in their tonality. Swedish accents can be fucking bizarre. I've got a friend who's from Solna in Stockholm who speaks English with a Scouse accent as well because she used to go out with a Scouse lad, so she just learned it from him. Strange. Ali, you're watching me or are you watching Ricky van Foxcock? What a player. Now plays for FC Twente, of course. My team over in Netherlands. You lived over in Chicago, in the Chicagoland area. You were 8. It was awesome. It was fantastic. Everyone was loving it because it was completely different. It lasted about 5 minutes, and yet there's still people who look out for the Chicago Bears as a result. Mandy sounds like a regional newsreader, not posh, but no distinct placeable accent. Also sounds slightly Carol Vorderman, because she has the same kind of accent, of course. But you can tell it's sort of north of the Watford Gap, can't you? New York has 4 different accents. There's a lot of similarities, I think, with Liverpool and New York. I quite like the idea of New York, but it's an idea that's got out of hand, which again is a good idea. Things should get out of hand sometimes. Couldn't get into the gridiron. You're watching gridiron at weekend. You vaguely follow the basketball now. Your heart has been broken by Dallas trading Luka Doncic to the Lakers. I don't watch either of them two, but I do have a penchant for ice hockey. Quite like ice hockey. And for baseball, which I started watching in 1980. Because we went to Los Angeles and I watched the live game of the Dodgers. And I have supported the Dodgers ever since. When I say supported, I look out for the results. I don't get to many away games, you know what I mean? Mandy could do train announcements, couldn't you? Mind the gap. We've all heard you. The world has heard Thomas's accent. You can't lie about that now. Yes, a bank desk announcer. Cashier number 4, please. Cashier number 4, please. You knew a dude in Baltimore was from Sweden. A medical doctor. Anders, good Swedish name. Nice fella. You drank. The Swedes do like a drink, don't they? We had a load of them coming over to watch an Everton game, and they bought the entire pub around because it was cheaper than just buying themselves around back in Sweden. Mate, you don't need to do that. This is so fucking cheap. Discworld number 5, please. RP. I had to read that twice there. It wasn't DP, was it? RP, Mandy. Thomas sounds posh. Compared to me, is that what you're trying to say, is it? You Belfast bastard. I'm only joking, she's not a bastard. She's from Belfast, though. Oh, yeah, we haven't piggly dinged. I haven't worked that out yet, have I? So, Jenksy, you going behind the bar, so you are? So it is. You've got to make $165,000 a year to afford a basic apartment in New York. It is stupid. London's the same kind of thing, just no need at all. Supply and demand. I've no doubt New York will probably be the same as London in as much as there's so many thousand, if not tens of thousands of rooms or apartments not being used at all. They've been bought by Middle East and Russian oligarchs as an investment. So there's loads of place lying empty, which pushes up the price. Stupid. Book 9 out of 12. You're smashing through with that, aren't you? Monday. You go back to the Fernando Valenzuela days. Proper old school. Oh, hang on.
It's going up, 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 it's there.
It is there. The only thing that I'm using this now, I can't see the different colour of the pop-out chat showing. Normally that shows you, they're bright. It doesn't show you on this. Gutted, man. Gutted. What type of job is paying now? Won't most jobs pay that in New York? Yes, Tomasz, if you're there, Jackie, you've got a very posh accent compared to it. So have I, to be honest with you. Most people do. Our Jackie sounds very backstreet of Belfast. You know what I mean? No, I do fucking not, he says. Not many, maybe Wall Street and executive jobs. So yeah, loads of people have to muddle in together, roommates, or live in Queens or somewhere, not in Manhattan. Which is why I always thought Friends was such a stupid concept. Two of them, was it? Joey was an out-of-work actor and Monica was an out-of-work chef. And yet, they all managed to live in these huge apartments in Manhattan. How? How the fuck does that work? It doesn't. A tea for Ali Alio. You want a cup or a bucket? Do you a bucket of tea? At a 420, schmuck it up. Cack-handed povo. Harsh but fair. Another hot chocolatier. Is that what we're calling a hot chocolate with Tia Maria? Hot chocolatier. We might have to make a new thing for that then, mightn't we? Ali doesn't smoke. What she does do, though, on the other hand, likes a snack, likes a Jaffa cake, blood orange flavoured. If you don't want the box, take the grab pack. Just take the grab pack. Your hot chocolate, throw your tea in there. We're having chocolate tea, it's working now. Which means we have to make another on-screen asset for that. Do you believe in miracles? Only watching Harris Heller when he was talking about Stream Decks. You'll only ever use 4 or 5 buttons, he said. And I've watched loads of streamers and they've literally got a blank, a full-size Stream Deck XL, completely blank with 4 buttons being used. At the moment, my Stream Deck XL, I've got 4 different pages full of stuff and 2 pages on the Stream Deck Mini. I could do with another 27 Stream Decks. It's ridiculous. It was taking too long. Just, yep, copy and paste it. Grab bag of mini eggs, $14. 14 quidlets, 14 euro. Everything's too expensive, man. Yes, Mandy, we have to. By we, anyone wants to make one, do one. If not, it's going to take me about 9 hours finding a bottle of Tia Maria off the internet and canvassing it. Jackie, you'll probably ask everything. Your memory is dreadful. Join the club. A 1 kilo grab bag of mini eggs. Mini eggs are the most underrated of all eggs. No one eats mini eggs until someone gives them mini eggs. Then they eat mini eggs and they say to themselves, we should eat mini eggs more often. Then they don't eat mini eggs. Because we're worth it. Your friend Michael Casper had a Danish mum and an English dad and he lived in Sussex. And moved to Denmark because the house that they could get for £200,000 in Denmark would be worth £2 million outside London. Lots of people moved from London during probably round COVID time and then discovered that they could buy half of Yorkshire with what they were selling the house for in London. realised how nice the north of England is and decided not to move back down. I can do my job from home. Do I do it from an overly expensive flat in the middle of London, or do I do it from a massive mansion with 79 billion acres up in Lancashire or something? And if you need to go into London for something, you can. We have trains up here and everything, and electricity. It's mad. Apparently Wales are getting that next year, aren't you? If you type enough, it'll go in your predictive text, yes. Like Casper and Stephen, Helen, Ruby, go straight in there for you. Donald was telling you the other day, Nestle are going to discontinue the Kit Kat. Not a chance. You couldn't do that. Wouldn't be allowed. I mean, you can go and do whatever you like. You can try and tell people that water is not a basic human right. You can treat your customers like shite. You can treat your staff like shite. You cannot discontinue a Kit Kat. Some things are beyond the pale. People are complaining like crazy. Yeah, for fuck's sake, Everton. You don't even need to do that. Just put F and straight away it comes up. They're doing the one key bags this year, are they? Give us a key of merchandise. What do you want? Mini eggs. What? Get no chockins here already. They're a bit sickly after the first 40. Are we after the first 40 eggs or the first 40 bags? They're fantastic things. Especially good if you put them in your mouth and don't bite. Just get a cup of tea in there and let the whole thing smush into a gooey mess. Man. Dish out. Dish is out. Moyes is in. The points are in as well. I watched the Access All Areas the other day, or the extended highlights. Marvellous. I also watched a Leicester fan doing his massive 6-pointer vlog that he did. And then spent most of the time outside Anfield filming there. Fucking Hank. Moved back in 2000, you think now lives in Copenhagen. Has a rock band. Now you're talking. Jackie, you've made Thomas giggle. There you go. A wee break and you managed the 41. A wee break. You mean a wee break or a wee break? You write chocolate way too often for it to be predicted. What's coming next? It's just chocolate followed by something, isn't it? Chocolate followed by please. That lives rent-free in your head now. It did for all of us for a long, long time. Kit Kat hasn't been the same since they changed the chocolate. I know. Why are they pissing around all the time? Stop pissing around. We've got the best chocolate in the world. Fuck Switzerland, fuck Mexico. It's England, got the best chocolate. Well, Britain, best chocolate in the world. Stop fucking about with it. Evil bastards. The only thing you know about Everton, and it's the one thing that we don't need anymore. Well done. Keep it in mind now, because you never know, he might come back. Why have they changed it? It'll be changed because they don't want to pay the extra money to make it properly. That's why. What normally happens. Chocolate. Pwth. Hot chocolate in Welsh. You love the chunky Kit Kat. As you like it, chunky, of course. Oh, Ali Alio sent me a pic. I can't show that. That's disgusting, Ali. That's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Oh, my stream deck's gone knackered. It's happening. Something strange has happened. Oh well. I'll see if I can show it in a bit, but at the moment, nothing is working on that stream deck. Very poor indeed. The NFL is going to Australia in 2026. Mucho dinero. The amount of cocoa has changed. Dairy milks are rubbish. They all are. They're doing it on the cheap. Pay the extra. Yeah, a video a while ago in which the people in Dublin would greet each other or sign off with "fuck the McGregors" after goth boxing idiot Connor. Yeah. will still have died out. Play as many games in as many countries as you can to extend the footprint. It's never going to be as big as football, but you can see why they're trying to do it. Because you can't play football in the street with a can or a rolled up ball of socks, can you? Everyone's playing footy in the street, but if you can get there and get people going, mucho more dinero. You prefer smooth Galaxy now? Ox is your favourite? Prefer it a bit smooth, does one, Jacques? Best chocolate? Try Tom's. We haven't tried Tom's chocolate. Donald, how you doing? Poith, like code Poith, alright. That's not far from Wrexham, is it? Coed Poith. Daesh? Here's Daesh. Isn't the NFL just the US? Well, it is, isn't it? And they call themselves world champions, bizarrely. But, yeah. And then the Super Bowl, what is it, getting about 400 million worldwide viewers, and yet Man United versus Liverpool in the Premier League in a normal game will get about 800 million. Football, man, it's massive. Real Madrid against Barcelona, you're getting 1 billion people watching that. Different, man. Yeah, why's that work? Why's my stream deck not working? I don't get it. I don't understand this. Now doing silly things. Here's a second, will you? Right, I've unplugged him. I'm plugging him back in. See what happens. Let's see what happens. Mandy, how now, brown cow? Jackie, I need to hear you saying that. How now, brown cow? In a Northern Irish accent would be bizarre. The EU has to be 30% of the chocolate as a minimum, and it already was. Did Brexit play a part in it? I don't know, to be honest with you, but obviously the less cocoa solids you put into something, the cheaper it is. So we're getting cheap chocolate shite. Oh, hang on. There you go, it's working. It's working again now. Guess who's back? Back again. There you go. Nestle stopped making its stop making it this what? One person said it was devastating. Balls to it, yeah. But it's there anyway. They are stopping making Kit Kats. Why? Why you do that? And Bristol Live. Bizarro. Do you still have your Christmas chocolates, Mandy? Do you? Lidl do the 70, 80 and 90% dark chocolate. Tesco do as well. The 80 or 90% is just too bitter for me. Dark chocolate's good for you as well, though, you know. Actually good for you. Coed trees, Poith hot, right? Hot trees. No idea. I just know it's near Wrexham. Same as Minerva and Wales End. I need to go to Wales End. Apparently it's stunning. There's a pub not far from there. I'm not sure if it's Minerva or Wales End, round there somewhere, where you go in the beer garden and it's like it's on the top of a mountain, just looking down into a valley. Looks stunning. I need to stop saying stunning. Nobody has Christmas chocolates in February. Mandy does. Still got half a tub left. But if you see Mandy, she's like that. She is very slim. And obviously the reason why she's slim is she has got self-discipline when it comes to chocolates. Every other one of us on here would be in a corner crying, face covered in chocolate. Leave me alone, stop looking at me. On the day that you receive them. No, not Mandy. Months later still got them. Including 56 bottles of Tia Maria, isn't it? Covered in dust. Give you some options from the tub. Well, What options have you got? Jackie sent a message. Where? Oh, see if we can get this working. I've got to turn. Hang on. Turn the volume up. I will do, but I need to stop this first. I'll play that again. See if you can hear it.
Hi, now, Brian.
There you go. Hi, now, Brian Kai. So it depends on where you come from in Northern Ireland as well, doesn't it? Because Jerry Armstrong, different person altogether, always says har. Has he done that? Has he done that? The wee man, Lionel Messi, has he done that? Har now, Brian Carr. Hi now, Brian Kai. Get the fuck with you. You watched my video, and when I said it normally, you heard me saying sarcasm, me. I don't believe so. Man is the complete opposite to you and me. Etienne Stibonsky, yes. They're there to be eaten. They're not there to be kept. You're not a collector, man. They eat them. Admire your discipline. You can resist everything except temptation. Or are you doing reverse Lent? Is that how it works, Mandy? Is that how that works? You don't eat them at all for the entire year, and then for 40 days you do nothing but chocolates. Ooh. There you go. Throw your hand in. Your hand, not your keys. Not that kind of party. Dairy milks. I'll have the Bounties. No one likes them. I like Bounties. Geezer go your Bounty. Lovely Jubbly Jackie. Is that another one of her nicknames? What she's known to 3/4 of the car park. You have licorice classified as adult, so kids can't buy it because it's so full of ammonium chloride. No kid likes the stuff anyway. They do in Sweden and in the Netherlands. You have to be careful with the amount of licorice that you eat. It's dangerous. Too much licorice is really bad for you. Molly is grand. Molly. Oh, good stuff. When you went to Copenhagen, you went across the bridge to Malmö and went to buy licorice. Jackie has got no discipline with chocolate. Some people don't, do they? Oh, hang on, Ali. You sent me more stuff, have you? Ali. Ali. Right. There's nothing as dirty as nature, is there? Nothing as dirty as nature. Do you want wood? We got wood. Is that the stick man that Julia Donaldson was talking about in the kids program or kids book? Man. Once you've had oak, you won't go boke. Something like that anyway. Jeez, that's a fair size. Downtown Malmö. Doing your best, man. You're doing your best. You can only do 4 at a time. I'd say that was pretty good going, to be honest with you. Ali would have had the whole lot. Oh, Jackie, you like Bounty as well? I do. It gets bad raps, doesn't it? I like stuff like that. It's nice. Not the strong stuff, right. But licorice you have to be really careful with. Because it's got something in it that's really badly for you. Really badly for you. Can't speak English, what the fuck's up with me? Bounty. Roses, no. Dinky Deckers, you're holding out for the heroes. You and Bonnie Tyler. Bonnie Tyler, man. The woman who looks and sounds like if Sean Dyche fucked a falcon. There was a box of celebrations added. Got to fight for the military heroes inside yourself. Dice out. The part of the Green Man you don't normally get to see. Absolutely, man. Malmö is the Swedish spelling. Malmö is Danish. Remember, Malmö has been Danish longer than it's been Swedish. And it's been Swedish since 1658. Malmö is just the Rocky Malmö. Pash break. You want to go for a pash break? Oh, sorry. Pash break. Going for a pash break? Go on. You hadn't slept in 48 hours and you bounced your head off a car boot. Just remember a train, a bridge and licorice. That sounds like some kind of spy novel, that, doesn't it? What happened? I don't know. I just remember a train, a bridge and licorice. Next thing you know, I was in Finland. You had a pick of the mini deckers, curly whirly, twirl, etc. You ate those first. I bought mini-ish, bite-sized, snack-sized Snickers, and then the real-size ones weren't that much bigger than them, so everything's got shrinkflation's bang out of order, man. Go ahead and mind the bar. Watch out for the chocolate bar, though. Miniature heroes, have they dropped the miniature? It looks like they have, haven't they? It's just heroes now. Cadbury's heroes. Because they're not miniature anymore, they're like just not the size of the normal ones. Jeff, curly whirly, which of course, if you have anyone who's from either Glasgow or Dublin, get them to say curly whirly as well. Oh, Mandy.
It's going up, 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 it's there.
Bollocks. 41. You know what that means, don't you? The next level. Shit. Cuddly waddly. Gears 188 cuddly waddlies for the wins. Didn't Forest beat Mallow in the European Cup final? They did. Malmo is in Scania. The Latin name was Scania and it's Scandinavian comes from. That's where the trucks come from, isn't it? Isn't it? That's the southwest part of Sweden. Level 42 next. I've got to get the special up sorted. I have to. Got to be done. And mash up Happy Mondays and level 42, man. Did our Jackie enjoy that? She did. He likes a bit of wood. What thing? Scania makes some great trucks. They do. There's an American YouTuber who does like American Reacts to, and a lot of it is car related. IW Rocker is the channel. He loves Scania trucks. Absolutely loves them. He also loves a 2CV. So he's not just on about driving big pickup trucks. He likes all the weird European stuff. He was in it. He's a big lad as well, about 6'3", 6'4", quite a hefty dude, solid, like, you know, big wide shoulders on him. And he wanted to try and see what it was like inside a 2CV. So he went to a motor museum where they were showing all this stuff off and managed to sit in one, which to us wouldn't look out of place at all, but to the average American who's not really seen a 2CV in the wild, getting in one must have been absolutely mind blowing to him. He absolutely loves Scania trucks. They do make amazing ones. Lessons in Up. Oh, I like that. He's got a good channel, he has, hasn't he? The guy who shows his Scania truck to his trucker friends, whips his Scania out to show his trucker friends. But a lot of the European stuff, a lot of the European trucks especially, whether it's the Mercedes, the Scania, Volvo do them as well, don't they? DAF, the old DAF trucks were great, Dutch ones. Make some good ones. And we don't have many that have a bonnet. They're all over. What do they call them? Over. Is it an over cab? Something like that. There's a reason for it. You weren't expecting that one because you haven't cried it in, have you? That one just happened organically, Mandy. But I wasn't expecting you to get that one either. I thought you'd be another couple of weeks at least. So you haven't shut up then, obviously, have you? Obviously, haven't shut up, Mandy. But yeah, see, talk about chocolate or Tia Maria, and you start leveling up. Got to ask how's Helen and Ruby doing at the moment. Are they all right? Are they all right? Jackie's wondering where it is. Going on a visit later on. You know, 3 lads that are all 6'5" all 3 had the original minis, gorillas in a birdcage. Man, I've never driven an original mini. My dad's had loads of the new ones, and I quite like them. They're fairly decent sized cars, really. They dwarf the original minis. I would love to have a go in one of them. Even though there's less of me now than there used to be. Well, less of some of me than there used to be anyway. Let's have a go in one of them. I did drive a Peugeot 107, is it? There was me, 6'4". My mate in the front in the passenger seat is 6'5". Luckily, we had 2 smaller people in the back. I had to drive all the way from Liverpool to Preston. And we had the Chevy Matiz as well. Same thing. Driving a Chevy down the freeway. Not the same when it's the M6 going to Preston, trust me. And it's a good job me and him were quite hefty lads, because we would have blown off the... where Camelot is, there's not a viaduct or an aqueduct or something, is it? It's not an aqueduct because you're in a car, you absolute dick. Of course it isn't. A viaduct. Similar to one of those where it gets that windy coming across. Dangerous, man, dangerous. Muy dangeroso. Scania V8, they are proper things then, man. You finished your toilet activities. You're all right now. Did you stamp your feet? Everyone is top notch. Good to hear. Have you seen the EVs from Polestar? Volvo's factories built them at one point. They did. They still have a 18% stake in them, even though they're pretty much Chinese now, aren't they? The registered offices are still in Sweden, I think. Or are they in England? Polestar Europe. Love a good V8. You're never late in a V8. Jackie's not a golden showers sort of girl. What have you got in your garden? Jacqueline, what have you got in your garden? What plant have you got? What's it called? 16,813 chats get to level 41. What? Your old roommate Chris is 6'8", 2 meters 3, and his brother's 198 or 6'6". They had a mini, they took the front seat out and used to drive it around. Madman, aren't they? One of the few things Jackie's not into. Always keep an open mind. Not the only thing you keep open, is it? Aye. Disgusting behaviour. They might have moved to England. Yeah. I'm sure I looked into it the other day. There's something completely different. I know it used to be. It was Volvo, wasn't it? That's where they came from. What was it on? It might have been a YouTube video. I was talking about electric cars. And they mentioned Polestar and BYD. And other Chinese makes. I was like, what? I thought they were Scandinavian. Obviously not. Scandinavians are coming. I'll tell you who it was. It was High Peak Motors. High Peak Garages, wherever he calls himself. High Peak Autos. Matt was doing one about the future of EVs and Nissan. What's gone wrong for Nissan? Will they be able to survive when they go in with Honda and Mitsubishi? Will that keep them going? And they were talking about EVs. You know what I mean? Jackie's on 8339. Golden Shower Rose. Yes, I have a good memory, despite the fact that my brain exploded. when you hear Jackie and Golden Shower, it sticks in your mind, you know what I mean? How's me mar and zar? Me mar and zar sound la? 16813. Oh, Mandy. Are you singing there? What's our Ali Ali one? Can't be that far behind you. That would be the only way of driving a car like that, wouldn't you? See, lads, that you know what, rugby players, so they are built like absolute tanks, aren't they? Shoulders were almost the width of the car. It's stupid, man. Tom Ash has got 6405. Ali Ali 15,410. What? Like you thought you never shut up too. Thing is, though, you've been asleep for about 27 hours worth of, or probably more than that, isn't it? While these are still talking right to the end, you're asleep. What happened? Morning, Jackie. Used to feel so small going out with your boarding school mates. 6'9", 6'8", 6'6", 6'3", and 5'9". You at 5'11" and a bit. That's not even small. That's above average. That's a decent height. Just when you're with the land of the giants, it looks mad, doesn't it? Steve 9506. Lots and lots of chat, man. You like to see it. But you don't like to see it, you love to see it. Just do a refresh and see if anything happens. Jesus, me trout. Tall, they are proper tall, aren't they? That's when I know someone's big, when I have to crane my neck to look at them. Casper 5399. Kirsty 8722. So many chats, that's ridiculous. Think about all those chats printed out or just in one little bit now. Just insane, man. Know what I mean? Bro. Donald 1576. Our alley tall. You can't be too tall when you need to hang off the Eiffel Tower, taking pot shots, doing your wet work. You know what I mean? Chris 6'8", many a sleepless night at the thought of what height his kids will get to. Because his wife's 5'1". Fascinating to your sleep-deprived brain. Doesn't always work though, does it? I'm 6'4". My ex-wife is 6 foot. So you'd have thought our daughter's going to be very tall. And she isn't. She's about 5'7", something like that. Just normal height. But might skip. She has kids, her kids might be huge, never know. Is our Norfolk correspondent listening in tonight? Donald, no, not at the bottom, mate. Nowhere near the bottom. We have had people just pop in and say hello and then disappear. Loads of people on level 1. Including Jenny Thongo 9. We haven't seen her for a while, have we? In fact, Donald, you are near the top of page 2. So you're doing pretty well there, man. 13th on the leaderboard, yeah, there you go. What's Steve-O's video? Do we want to see Steve-O's video? We do, don't we? Now I need to remember where to put the bastard thing. That's what I'm on about with all these buttons and things. Right, here we go. Let's see if this works.
Okay guys, this is the little flint gable end on the skull. This is before. Scaffold up so I can reach the top. It's not in bad nick, but we can make it look nicer. As you can see, I chopped it all out now. All the flint work above the window, the brickwork down the eaves is ground out, ready for repointing. I'm on the scaffolding, so I can't get any further away from it, I'm afraid. So, next stop, repoint. Morning guys, what a beautiful morning. The view from our scaffold. Anyway, let me see if I can get a little further back. This is what I've been doing. Repointed the flint work yesterday, but it was too cold and too windy and it was going off too quick. So I just dampened the brickwork down, ready for repointing. I'll show you when it's done. I don't know if you can see in the shadow, but the right hand side in the shadow has just been repointed, just filled in, so it's all rough still. And then the other side that's in the sun, because that's gone off quicker, has been repointed. So it's had a stick and a brush over it. And we don't want to try and make it perfect, because it's an old property and we're looking at period preservation. Just to give you some idea.
Lovely stuff. Flintware looks absolutely amazing. And pointing, oh man, I used to hate. I never used to do the pointing, I used to do the raking out. I was constantly going home with my knuckles in blood and all horrible. Where's the hills? California, yeah, isn't it? Lovely views. It's gorgeous, especially when the sun's out, even if it's cold or a little bit chilly. Doesn't matter, when the sun's out, it always looks better. Marvellous stuff. Period preservation. We need more of that. Stop getting rid of the history that we have. Too many places that'll be knocked down or build it out of breeze block and then just do something else over it. Hate that. Great work, yep. Looks like a very niche job. If you can do stuff like that in a place where they actually appreciate stuff like that, fair play. Educational and picturesque. And that's just you, Steve. It's going to look magnificent, absolutely. Now Steve's got the S kills to pay the B ills, know what I'm talking about? Looks much better. Yeah, we need to stop, I don't know, modernising. It'll look better modernised. Some stuff doesn't. Some stuff looks great the way it used to be. You can redo it. You can fix it. You can make it look so it looks old new. Don't try and suddenly get rid of all the stuff that looks fantastic and then have glass and chrome brushed steel everywhere. Doesn't fit everywhere. Why Stephen Gerrard needs a fucking slap. Victoria Road in Formby, all the houses look really nice. And he built himself a 2-story gym at the back that looks like a pimp's fucking comprehensive school. Looks awful. So out of place with the rest of the road. Just doesn't fit. Shouldn't be doing stuff like that. There's a lot of period preservation, old 1700s houses, yeah. Super expensive. Many can't afford the requirements and end up selling. Get a lot of work in Zenmark, Steve. You've got to be able to do that. Look after them. If you need to build newer houses, build them. Or build them in places where it's not going to make the rest of the area look too different. Because once you knock all those places down, they're not coming back, are they? The big church, a whole big square with tons of houses. Kind of the church is usually the centrepiece out of towns. Again, I was only talking to my daughter on the way to where I was dropping her off. Well, she was dropping her hair off. We went past a church. And then I had to go and get diesel. So we come back past another church. Went, is that the same one? No. Why have we got so many churches? So it's not the centrepiece where we are. But there's loads of the buggers. They're absolutely everywhere. There's even a part of Southport, of North Southport, called Churchtown. Because it's the town with a church in it. All right, so the religious, so you have brother houses and sister houses, or widow houses even. Ah. Yeah, there's trends in it. How many real fireplaces were boarded over and plastered, and then all of a sudden someone comes in and buys the house. We're ripping everything out, and then a fantastic fireplace has been found. Keep stuff like that, man. The modern building sand is washed. You have to mix sharp sand with it. And when it's finished, it shows small stones and bits of gravel, right? So it looks proper old school. Never heard of them. That's what we do in this. We teach each other. There's loads of stuff been learned in this. I love it. You have the old church from the 1100s and the new one they built in the 1800s. Because the town grew, because the Moravians and the church they built in 1780. I mean, do you know what? I'm not religious at all. I don't believe in gods or anything, but I do like wherever I go to churches, and I like the old churches. I don't like these new modern ones. Modern built churches, there's no history to them. Even if they're a couple of 100 years old, they wouldn't look old. Just look shit. It's not just a place to go in and light a candle or do your praying to. It's supposed to be something that represents the local community, isn't it? Modern churches look shit. Up to workers. Armagh has 2 cathedrals. Have you got one to spare? Liverpool's got 2. And they are at either end of a street called Hope Street. Isn't that really good? Now the border's being ripped off and the fireplace is making a comeback, it is. Because people are getting onto the fact that it looks so much nicer. Putting 2 bars on your electric fire. And then you could just rip it open and all of a sudden there's a fantastic fireplace in there and it looks marvellous. And you can burn all your stuff that you don't need. That my nan used to do. Anything she found went onto the fire, including a big block of weed that my Uncle Mick had in his pocket. The entire house was absolutely fucking stoned afterwards. You're a brave man up on the scaffold in the breeze, you are. Rather you than me. Even with 2 working hands, you wouldn't get me up there. Wood stoves are popular. They are nowadays, as are wood burners. Or fires, as we used to call them. You weren't so brave yesterday. You're giving it midday to wind and cold. You've been ill though, Steve. Don't forget that, mate. You can't be getting yourself sick again by staying up there when it's not good. No es bueno, man. That's to say in Japan. It's great that it's still standing. Well said, Elton. You have a range and a stove in your house. Proper old school as well. We like that. Definitely sense, yeah. Norwich has 2 cathedrals. Do you have one to spare? The song, by the way. And Coventry and Burnley fans can piss off singing that song. You get it wrong all the time. When you're expecting an extra line, they never put it in there. Useless pricks. Who did he belong to? The people. The people, man. Your parents ripped out an Argot and replaced it with a gas cooker in one of the houses they lived in. You wouldn't do that now, but back in the day you would do because it made more sense. Now, well, you would rip an Argot out and you'd sell it for thousands upon thousands. Catholic one, and the big one's the Church of England. Yeah, same as with us. The Anglican Cathedral, the big one, is one of the stonemasons who worked on there was from just down the road from here, near Ainsdale, and it was one of our families. My mum's family, I think. She's related to them. And I think there's still a stonemasons down there that is still family owned. They worked on the cathedral. Then the Catholic one is called Paddy's Wigwam, or the Mersey Funnel, which is a bizarre cathedral, but it's fantastic. Looks great. You like to get a feel for live streaming, so you helped live stream the sermons to the local TV channel for 1 year or so. You're not religious, but a year in a mission boarding school hardened you from Jesus. Don't be getting hard in boarding school. Not when there's priests around. Jesus. I have many churches from between the years 1000 and 1200. What's the round one? That is the Catholic one. Paddy's Wigwam, as it's known locally. It should have looked absolutely amazing, apparently, and they never got round to doing it. So they cheaped out. But I think it looks better as a result. Because it looks worse, it looks better. That makes any sense whatsoever. It was going to be really ornate, and they've made it look modern, a modern sculpture. And when you see the end of Hope Street, and you've got a really old school Gothic Anglican cathedral, and this ultra modern thing at the other end, it's a nice little representation, I think, of how weird the city is, how bipolar we are. Are they still open? Always open, man. You're there for the beer festival in the crypt on Valentine's Day. The crypt was the original Lutyens design. It was going to be enormous, it was, wasn't it? And then they just put this little thing over the top of it instead. So the insides are still old school, and then mad new thing over the top. Ripped out 15 Stanley Rangers on your own back in the day. Took 2 days. They're all in old council houses. Them Rangers are worth a bit. I bet you they're worth a fortune now, man. Yeah, loved them both and loved the juxtaposition. I don't believe in religion at all, but if that's your bag, you can't ask for anything better than that. Either end of Hope Street. If that's what you're into, they should be providing hope to people. I also like the fact that we went past on the Yellow Duck Marine with my American friend, who's no longer with us. She was in the Duck Marine and was one of the only people, apart from me, who laughed at a certain joke. Outside the Catholic Cathedral, or the Metropolitan Cathedral, they call it, don't they? There are 4 different size bells, and said they named them after the Beatles, John, Paul, George and Ringo, and he went, of course Ringo's the biggest bell. And then no one laughed apart from me and this American girl who understood what it meant. Everyone else turned around looking, what are they laughing at? The tall guy just went, nice one, lads. Ringo the big bell. Did you hear beer festival? Steve's ears are pricked up. Yes, we have beer festivals in the city every year, pretty much, isn't it? It's been at the Anglican, it's been there, it's been George's Hall as well, hasn't it? Enjoy, Tom, Mrs. Tom. It is very futuristic because they'd run out of money to make it the old school. So they just had to do what they could do, and I think it works quite well. Wasn't it a really young lad who designed the outside of it as well? You had beer festival, yes. Liverpool Camera, Spring Festival. Winter one usually is St George's Hall, there you go. 250  , 250 cask ales on. Central heating was installed in their place. Ah, right. It's such a shame, but obviously modernisation will go on. Who says Mrs. Tom is going? I think Mrs. Tom says Mrs. Tom is going. We'll be allowing you to go there on your bloody own. Not having that. Connor, how you doing, bud? Mrs. Tom loves her ales. He's right, Mrs. Tom. 100 horny teenagers at a school with no parents. Not kind of gay, actually, now you mention it. All right. You did when you were at boarding school. I've just listened to the Johnny Vegas audio book on Spotify, which was interesting. He went to a seminary, didn't he? When he was young. And he said a lot of that was similar kind of thing. People walking in on you. When you finish, can you go and do this for us? Not like batting an eyelid or anything. I had to drag the rangers up the back door and around to bring them around the front of each house. Weigh an absolute ton, don't they? It's mad, the amount of stuff we must have thrown away over the years. That was now worth an absolute fortune. Even silly things. Like in the pub that we had in Halewood, there was the front doors. As you walk into the old school pubs, you had the front doors that you could shut overnight. Then there was 2 sets of double doors going in. And those 2 sets of double doors all had stained glass sort of thing in them. Lead stained glass. Looked amazing. And then when we were getting rid of a refurb, they decided to change them, so they smashed them to bits. It's the kind of things that has got proper old school artistry in them, and they just smashed them to bits. We're worth a fair few quid now, that, if you're allowed to sell lead, of course. Smashed to bits. Not fit through the house. No. Take half the house apart to get the range out. No chance of getting through the front door either. These things are huge compared to the doors. You pretty much had to build a house around the range, didn't you? And stuff like that, you know, all the things that were built back then. Properly made back then, they were. The doors inside the houses were too anorexic. Mad. It's amazing we can get anything into these houses at all. You buy any kind of a decent sized sofa, but you can't fit them in the houses anyway. The front rooms are always too small. You can't get them through the door. What are you supposed to do with them? Get them craned over the back gate and then through the conservatory. Because most places nowadays have got a conservatory, haven't they? Or is that just by us? If a good beer festival at Sheringham, held at the Poppy Line Train Museum, you can sit in the first class carriages if you want. It's normally heaving. That sounds like a proper day out, that, doesn't it? Should we get a sharabang and all turn up down there? On your own as well, man. Used to be one at the Transport Museum in Birkenhead. You could ride the trams. You'll ask the McDonald's the price you get for lead or copper. My friend Zoe in the Isle of Man is called McDonough. I wonder. Thought doors are standard sized. Well, they are, aren't they? But they're not. You once walked in at your cousin. Through bad judgment, chose to do his girlfriend in a house party. Yeah. Have you seen a charger? You don't want to be seeing someone fully flexed getting a charger for you. Beer festival and heaving, not 2 words to go in the same sentence. Yeah, bad angles they are. Because the doors might be the right size, and then as you walk through, there's a little tiny bit of a wall next to it. You can't get through, or yeah, just shite. The houses nowadays are awful. Considering people are getting bigger and bigger, the houses are getting smaller and smaller. It makes no sense. There's raging fella. Yeah. Terrible behaviour. There's a micro pub at Helsby Station, a bit more rural, into Cheshire, served by the train. Talk of a little independent pub opening at Chester Station. Proper beer and trains go together. As someone who has travelled extensively on the rail network, always try and find a good pub near a station. The one in Glasgow Central was boss. I enjoyed that. There was just enough level of lunacy going on. It was full of normal people from other places with the occasional absolute head the ball. Proper head the ball from Glasgow in there. Love that. There's a good pub near Euston. There's the little one that's outside. I can't remember what it's called. Just outside the station, there's one there, but there's one just going towards Euston Square. Up a little backstreet boozer, really nice. We always used to go in there if we went for meetings. I like it. Benjanese, Donald, Benjanese. Not the first time you've said that, is it? Jinx, eh? This is a beer festival, not a piss up. Sip it. Sip it gently. You're not going here to launch it down you. What exactly? Yes, Benjanese, Benjanese. Is that not the point? It isn't. It's to taste different beers. You will get absolutely wankered by the end of it, but you go there and just have a few. Yeah, there's rules. Avoid the 12.7% loopy juice. When you're out of tokens, ask for a few samples. Try things you haven't tried before. Wider mostly. Jackie would have laughed. Only she was too busy with it. Ah, sorry. All new age beers, yeah. Proper boring brown beers. Proper, we're talking cardigan beers. Not from Wales, I mean just people who wear cardigans and smoke briar pipes. Pints of wobbly bob and shit like that. Oh, hang on, yeah, we didn't piggly ding, did we? You know why we didn't? Because it's not turned on. I need to work out how to do that. Flailing like a fish or willfully in between us. I'd have been back when the in-betweeners came out and you and your cousin watched it together, as opposed to watching other things together like that. Stouts, no marshmallow, mango rubbish, or not much anyway. Proper old school stouts. IPAs. IPA or near enough lager, isn't it? That's shite. Where's me wobbly bob? Sneck lifter and all that weird shite. Been there too long, you never even noticed. Good efforts, good efforts. Pale ale, ruby reds, puddle water. There we go, spoken properly. The pint glass has got to be heavy to hold. That's when you know it's a proper drink. In between us, hormonal teenage boys, just men in general. We never change, we never leave the playground. We're still like that. Milk stout to finish the night. Chips on the way home. Plenty of salt and vinegar. Still waiting to see Thomas's new flag now that Dice Out has come to pass. Have I changed it? Must have done. I'll put you on for 5 minutes in a bit. We're sticking with Dice Out. Oh, we've changed it for now. I don't want to see his name anymore. Not connected with Blue. They don't sound very appetising. They are very nice. Might have a beer later. Instead of me wine. Why is it always wine? Shout the orders. Ali's gone full SS there. Orders that must be obeyed. You didn't approve this? We had the meeting. Curry cheese chips, unbeatable after a 3-day piss up. Utter woke nonsense. Yeah, I don't want his name even close to Blue anymore. Let him go and who's he supposed to be managing next? At West Brom he was being linked with. What about what Thomas wants? To quote Al Murray, Scal Murray as I am, My gaff, my rules. I'm trying to get over Daesh. I don't want to run to you. Can't believe he's gone. Extra hot skinny latte with extra shots, please, in a takeaway cup. For when Jinxie obviously falls asleep, I need to take her upstairs with her. Chips, yes. Cheese, yes. Curry, yes. Curry chips, yes. Cheesy chips, yes. Curry cheese chips, no. That's very specific, very niche. Cheesy chips, I don't do either. I don't really do chips at the moment, do I? Curry rice and chips, defo. Curry and cheese, not sure. Blasphemy, blasphemy, they've all got it, blasphemy. You're just sitting in bed, Jinxie, are you? Jinxie sitting in bed. That's new for you, isn't it? Aye, aye, aye. You're having that one, Dave. Right. So you're being prepared in case you fall asleep. Just a fall to the right. No worries, there you go. There's your cafe. Oh, hang on. There. There is the chair, right there. Something just fell, something else just fell. There's a chair. There's a chair. There is a chair. My manual. A manual for an automatic. Marvellous. What a t-shirt it is. I brought it back. I haven't worn it for absolutely ages. There's a risk of crap chips, curry masks that it does. Am I doing a snooker special for next Wednesday? What? What are you on about? Oh, is that what it is on Wednesday? Oh yeah. Well, do you know what? I'm gonna have to look into Cure songs and see if anything links with that, and then yeah, it's gonna have to be a snooker special next Wednesday. Well done, Mandy. I would have missed that. Is Jinxie like an alter ego? Jinxie is. Jinxie is well known around the car parks of Belfast, which is where she's from. Thought it was a manual for the chair. And a fucking chair has got a manual that thick, man. Like a feckin' Bible. Oh, bollocks. I forgot that was there. I forgot that was there. It's there. Well, it was there. Next thing you know, it fell over. Yeah, episode 147. It's going to have to be a snooker thing. It is Jackie's dogging name, one of many. And she's out there doing remarkable work in the field. Dan, how you doing, bud? On your second break to say hello. How's it going? You're all right there? Have you taken to it like a duck to water? I need to use that later. I need to record that. Oh, no, I don't. I'm doing it tomorrow, aren't I? I'm doing it tomorrow when it's all foggy. Snooker special, like when Jason McAteer met Jimmy White and said 180. Thick as shit, Jason McAteer. He said to him, do you want your pizza cutting into 6 or 12? I have to cut it into 6, I couldn't eat 12 pieces. Used to call him, was it Trigger? Does suit our Jackie very well, doesn't it? How's the job going? Are we all alright? Is it all going well? I didn't realise it was a dogging name. I think that's about when you arrived. Everyone's got the dogging names. Absolutely battered, but hey, money isn't cheap, it isn't. But dinero coming in, mate. What you need, innit? It's all about the Dwayne Eddies and your back bin. Very scouse that, isn't it? I'm going to need Dwayne Eddies and me back bin there, lad. You can't remember other dogging names now. What was mine? Clint Goulash. Moreau's thumbnail, the best viewers on there? I don't think so, mate. You'll get used to it and find your rhythm. Absolutely. Rubbering your rapids, bro. Why's that come up? Oh, why is Twitch getting different Jeff shoutouts than YouTube? What on earth is going on? This is too confusing for me. Rubbering your rapids, bro. It is. We all need it. We all need the Dwayne Eddies. As unfortunately, I am currently doing 3 jobs. My regular day job, and then me part-time chauffeur a couple of times a day, and then of course content creator and bottle opener magnet. It's fucking hard work fitting it all in. Jess has already put me on reserve for Saturday night. She's out on Saturday night on the Ale. And she's getting a tattoo on Sunday. Not a good idea, is it, when you're hungover. I'll be driving for both of them, I think. Is it your second week? It is. That's flown by, that, hasn't it? Yeah, you could have watched some serious construction, proper construction going on. Old school Anglais. Second week. You're enjoying it? Well, enjoying it as much as you can. As much as anyone can enjoy working at the coalface. I mean, I moan about my job, and I'm lucky I just get to sit here all day at the same desk, listening to audiobooks and gently getting about me biz. I'm not up and down bloody scaffolding freezing cold winter temperatures and what have you. Not decking. Oh, no. No decking. Don't mention decking. I think Dan's only just got over that. Tough at the start. Yeah, your body clock. My mate did nights when he left school when he was 16, and he was still doing them when he was 49, 50. And he put him on days. And it took him about 6 months to get used to doing days. And as soon as he did, he put him back on nights. Took him a couple of weeks to get back into it. His body is so used to it, doing the nights. Bizarre. Fast paced and you love it, but the schedule can suck a large one, absolutely. But if it's fast paced, at least it'll make the time go a little bit quicker, won't it? I've had jobs working behind the bar of a morning. Used to open up at 10:30, 11 o'clock. There'd be 1 or 2 people in, early doors, until 4 o'clock or something when I had to finish. Horrific. Those days used to drag. When it's busy, at least, flies by. £3 PM to 3 AM. Crazy hours, man. It used to be ridiculous on the wards. Weeks of nights. Finish at 8 AM Monday, back on days, 8 AM Tuesday. That's stupid, man. And then you got your Irish shift work, wasn't it? You do 3 days a night, 3 nights a day, and you work all day Saturday morning. Who was that? Irish comedian said that. I can't remember his name now. Oh, it'll come to me. I remember it. Are you out in the weather? Oh, man. 3 PM to 3 AM, just 5 days. I'm not surprised. I can't do more than, I can't even do 5 days of that. My head would be wrecked. Up at 11 AM. Yeah, 4 PM UK. Are the B&Bs coming back? Yeah. Well, you're going to have about 4 or 5 very strong coffees just to get you going in the day. Daniel, cheers, mate. Hang on, I've got something different on here, haven't I? Where am I? Cheers, bud. Very much appreciated, Dan. Got to bounce. No worries, mate. You stay legendary. And keep enjoying work, bud. I'm glad he's enjoying it at least, or it's not too bad. 5. You would have been 3 full and then a half day. Just, it's mad, isn't it? Rimmer salute. Yep. Another Rimmer salute. Up to ziggurat, lickety split. Yeah, I've never really had to do shift work. I've had to work late in the pub, but never really had to do shift work. Couldn't get my head around it, man. Worked 8 hours a day in a national park during the lockdowns. Watched YouTube for 6.5 hours, worked for an hour, and had lunch for the rest of the time. Cushiest work ever. Oh, man. Of course, during lockdown, I was a key worker. Working from home, but a key worker nonetheless. And we had to learn a brand new task in a completely different area, all remotely, which was hellish, but it had to be done. And to be fair, it's not the kind of job that I can moan about. So, even doing that while other people were getting furloughed, I'd rather just carry on doing my work, getting paid for it, and built up a load of flexi, built up a load of good grace from the management. You worked really hard during lockdown. We'll try and do something for you. So they ended up changing the contract so that everyone can work at least 2 days a week from home, which works brilliantly for a load of people. You have an easy number as well, Jackie, right, do you? Sit around doing nothing. Typical. Are you pulled back to the wards? Oh man, I can imagine that must have been horrible. It was a horrible time for anything, wasn't it? I mean, just going to the supermarket or anything like that. Everyone was on edge, and if you're then in the middle of wards while all that was going on, it must have been terrible. Fair play to anybody who was working in that area at that time. So I was classed as a key worker, but just sat doing office work. I know it's key because customs work goes on and on and on and on, but the real people that were out there genuinely helping people, different gravy, man. Different gravy. You had different appointments for hospital, which all cancelled as staff pulled onto the wards, yeah. One of the great failings of the NHS and society that we haven't had a reflection on COVID and learned from it. We would do, but the people who are in charge won't let us. That's the people in charge, and the people in charge of the media just won't let us. We should do. Should look at that and think, this could happen again. We should learn the lessons, put stuff in place. Can't. We haven't got enough people working in the NHS anyway. We can't get enough in because of Brexit red tape. So if it happens again, it's going to be twice as bad. Just hope that everyone has learned from this one that if you do behave yourself, sanitize and try and keep yourself to yourself, we can mitigate it as much as possible. You clapped every Thursday. I just found it a bit insulting that people were clapping and then at the same time voting for people that were taking the piss out of it all. Although that wasn't really the people that were clapping's fault, was it? Just fucking shit, man. You were working too? Veg factory work. Ruby's just jumped on. Must be time for bed, said Zebedee. No worries, Steve. Catch you later, bud. You take it easy. Keep on smashing that work, mate. Fantastic stuff. Are you okay? Glad to be able to keep working and helping. Had a devastating effect on your patients. That's the worst thing, isn't it? Mrs. Tom is vulnerable, so was stuck at home and was climbing the walls. Yeah. Yeah, stuff like that. I mean, I shouldn't moan about stuff like that. I was stuck at home with 2 working hands and a PlayStation. So when I wasn't working, I was gaming. And everyone else in the world was gaming, so there was always a game to be had. People that are used to being out must be horrific, man. You had to work too, got 1 day off for COVID, then no, get into work. Yep. Heard about Sweden yesterday, yeah. What's all the world's gone mad, innit? And you were clapping for the workers, not the shakers. How about the lakers? Just it was performative art when you had people like Farage out banging his saucepan and then voting to make things worse for people. It's like, what? Get more people in, pay them well. Saving our lives, man. I've only barely seen anyone at work during lockdown. You usually see hundreds, if not thousands, every day. I see 10 to 15 people a day during the lockdowns, and half of them are staff. Mad, innit? It was a different world. I mean, it was sunny. It didn't seem to be bad weather at all for the first bit of lockdown. The Venice canals were all crystal clear because there was no boats dredging up the silt, so they're all proper clear. The world looked better. And then we got over it and it went back to the same shithole that it is now. But we've definitely learned lessons, haven't we? As Tomash said. How can you not learn from this? We managed to get through it. We scraped through it. Not all of us scraped through it either, but most of us scraped through it. We're not learning from it though. No. How many does it take? There was a house opposite the hospital on a Thursday. I waited for their clapping as the shift changed at 8. I remember being so appreciative at that thought one night. Oh, as long as you found it appreciative, then fair enough. I just hated the people. It's the same people who social media bullies who are absolutely nasty and horrible to people, and then put hashtag be kind at the end of one of the posts. Oh, poor Caroline Flack. Oh, be kind, and then they're absolutely disgusting to people. I hate that, the hypocrisy of it. Clapping for people because you appreciate them, and then doing your best to make their life an absolute misery. Don't pay them; they don't deserve it. What? Wankers. Dolphins in the Mersey. Proper old school. Nice clean water. Amazing what you can do in it. If you don't pump all kinds of chemicals and shite in there, the animals come back. Mandy remembers the first time she had the clap. You were the first one out. But you'd be clapping on your own. You were like the bin influencer, weren't you? You were the first one out there and everyone followed straight away. One positive thing during COVID, April 2020, when you opened the window, the nature sound overpowering the few cars and almost completely lacking traffic noise. Chef's kiss. Was très bien. It was lovely. Hearing birds all the time because there was nothing else, no other noise. Wonderful. Donald, you haven't got COVID yet. Was never careful at all. And people who were careful as hell got COVID multiple times. I've not had it either. Not even close to it. Then each week, Mandy, more joined in. The first one, you can hear other streets doing it. Oh, good. Everyone joined in. As long as it remained part of the community spirit. You have an old story called Pelle Alene i Verden, is it? Pelle Alone in the World, about a kid waking up all alone in the world. It was like that. It was a bit weird, wasn't it? And then not being able to really go out, despite the fact it would be the perfect time to go out. You weren't keen on clapping, didn't get involved. It was a bit hypocritical. Yeah, having missed being on shift, someone had realised people were working and missed it. Was cool. Yeah. Not sad, smiley. Oh, I got that. Brought a lump to your throat. Ah. Again, it's the hypocrisy I can't be doing with them. Don't just clap them. Put pressure on your MPs to won't actually give them a proper pay rise, decent conditions. Don't sell the NHS out from underneath them. Say Farage banging his fucking pots and pans outside and then saying we need to get rid of the NHS and sort out a system of insurance like the Americans have got. Alex, man, we can't be doing that. You're COVID after the booster, but not bad. The idea of getting the injections was that you could still get it, but it wouldn't be bad, and you weren't as likely to pass it on to someone, so it must have worked. Then he sent the Wuhan clan to the Wirral. That fella who was driving the van, the bus, just looked so miserable. Walking the streets in sunshine in complete silence beside the birds. How life should be at times. Yes, because they could cut off the peninsula and we all got infected. You were a trial. That's exactly what it was. We can't do the Scousers because they're too close to everyone else. They're near enough Scousers so we can go and damage them instead. There you go. All our fault. Allergies in summer and a mask. Sucked. Big time. Yeah. I was alright. I found that wearing the mask during the summer meant I never got as many allergies. The air quality was great. It was, wasn't it? Not just here, around the world, the air quality in the space of a month or two improved completely. Was it LA? There was nowhere near as much smog. It thinned out to the point where you could actually see the sky above LA. Mad. Many of your aunts and cousins are nurses, and the salary here is a disgrace. It is everywhere. People don't see it as some kind of worthwhile vocation. They're just doing a job. They're not just doing a fucking job, man. They're doing an incredible job, keeping us alive. The fellow driving the bus was absolutely 100% driving the shite bus the other day, which I thought was fitting. He transported dangers to humanity with respiratory issues before. Busman's holiday for him. Myself a
Very poor.
for that.
Very poor indeed.
The view of Mount Fujiyama. Just everywhere around the world you could see nature was healing. And it was getting much better. Then we came back out of lockdown and the place has gone to shit yet again. That should be a lesson to all governments around the world. Look what happens if you just keep people from polluting and from ruining things. Don't necessarily have to lock them up. Just stop them polluting everything and look what happens. It fixes itself. But no. The hole in the ozone shrank during all that as well, yeah. There is still an ozone hole. The CFC ban helped it close over, but it's still there every year. It's getting bigger as well now, for some reason. But it used to be a little tiny thing that would expand a little bit. Every year it would expand and then contract, expand and contract. Because of the CFCs, it expanded to the point where it was almost half the planet was uncovered. Morning, Jackie. But again, that with the ozone layer, it shows you if governments around the world decide to stick together and work to help something, we can. We virtually closed it over. And then more shite is getting pumped out into the atmosphere. Ridiculous. So yeah, morning Jackie and Steve. This has been weird having this screen. I need to mess around and see if I can change the font on it. And will it highlight when someone drops a super thanks or something like the normal chat does? Otherwise, do I need to open another window and have that up so I can see that as well? World's gone mad, hasn't it? Streaming. Why should it be so difficult? It isn't. Other stuff. It's not. That's not playing. That is not playing. I'll fix that tomorrow as well. The world's gone mad. I need to fix some other stuff and I can't think what it is. Stream related. Do I need to rearrange the pages on this? Can we blame SpaceX for the ozone? Yes, easily. Blame them for everything. Not the people in SpaceX. Some exceptionally brainy people and fantastic individuals involved in SpaceX. Just the absolute Texan who's involved in running the place. What is Dan doing now? He's working. He's got a job rather than just a YouTube. So doing that for the time being. Hopefully have a little bit of a break. Come back more energised and ready to smash 2025 to bits. But for the time being, just needs to have a regular paid job, I think. Is it loading trucks or something, did someone say? Working in somewhere like, I don't know, I don't know, I'm not going to say. I thought it was hardware, but it's not, is it? I don't know. He has mentioned it, but explodey brain, I can't remember stuff like that. You read it as spandex. Be much better, wouldn't it? SpaceX ballet. Yeah, but stuff like the ozone layer, we're getting told net zero. And yet you've got Taylor Swift flying from here to Birkdale away in a private jet, and you've got Musk, Bezos and Branson all sending up their own little jollies, taking people to the edge of space. Why? But it's fun. It's stupid. Why should we ban plastic straws, but you get to do shit like that? On its arse. Blame that too. Blame spandex too. Not carpentry. No, like a warehouse. Yeah. Filling trucks from a warehouse, or I don't know. That's what I thought, but I often think something and then about a month later I think, oh no, I've just dreamt that, haven't I? Now I'm pretending it's absolutely real. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, there must be times for every creator where you can't just rely on the money that's coming in from YouTube, because it peaks and troughs. People watching your stuff will peak and trough anyway, but unless you are one of the absolutely chosen people who get everything pushed by YouTube, you've got to have some kind of fallback, haven't you, just in case. Just in case. What was funny, they were saying for ages, weren't they? Don't think of the algorithm as the algorithm, think of it as the audience. We don't push anything out. The audience pulls stuff in that they like to watch, and our algorithm says, if you like that, you'll like this. And then they said, yeah, we've been pushing loads of small channels, so if you can push them, you have been pushing them, haven't you? They're just lying to us all the time. I mean, things go up and down and never static. Yeah, the trick is to know the cycles before you can calculate it. Ozone or YouTube, anything really, growth or decay, it is. And if you're smart, you can notice the cycles before they actually happen, which is where the likes of David Bowie or Madonna were really good at doing. They spotted things before they really kicked off, got in there at the bottom ground and at the ground floor and rode it all the way to the top, disappeared, found the next thing, carried on doing. So yeah, but the same with, if you're doing YouTube, recognise when it's about to go quiet, go and do something else for the time being, come back, start the next thing, rather than sitting there trying to force something all the time. And unless, like I say, unless you are one of those like a Mr. Beast or PewDiePie or somewhere like that, where you've just got hundreds of millions of followers, otherwise you're knackered. You're going to be like that all the way through. And not just with people watching. Casey Neistat, I think, watching one of his old videos, when he was making his videos, and there was always something the following day. I know I'm going to do the following day. And then just there came a point where he couldn't think of anything, where he had to go and do something else just for a little bit of a while, and then come back a bit stronger, and then the idea started flowing again. Even if it's just an afternoon, go and do something completely different. You can't just continue doing the same thing and think it's going to work all the time, because it might not do. It might do, but it might not do. It doesn't affect me in the slightest, because I do fuck all anyway. Occasionally throw a video out with me talking about something I know about, which affects nobody. Next one's coming soon, by the way. The Reason the Rhyme. Used to be use plastic to save trees, now to use trees to ban plastic. Yes, because trees regrow and plastic never goes away. They're finding more and more microplastics in human brains. We're taking them in, we're getting more stupid. And while we're doing that, the television has got to the point where we are being manipulated into being dickheads. We're losing it, man. We're losing it. Profound, Casper. Profound, it is. Profound. We like profundity on this channel. Oh. This is a well-made chair. Has to be said, this is a well-made chair. You saw a reel, 30 vinyl, 12 CDs equals 1.2 million views. Say what? What? Profundity and profanity. There can be some profound profanity. Ali, I've got to go to sleep. No worries, no worries. You go with your head down, girl. Good luck in work tomorrow. Tie your laces, young lady. No more accidents. They checked them. What the chat men from 16 to 90-year-old, and everyone had microplastics in their reproductive in the ball shack. That would explain a lot, that wouldn't it? Plastic. 30 vinyl sales is 1.2 million streams. Is that what it is? Madman. Like 60 out of 60. So we're not getting away from it, are we? Did you get your helmet yet? Ali, where's your helmet? Something like that. You were surprised? Music's changed, which I think... I'm sure I covered it, don't I? I cover slightly part of it in the next video that you're about to see at some point in the next few days. It's changed so much. When I first started going to gigs, the Royal Court, you could go and see someone for about £5 or £6. And then you had to pay extra. Pay through the nose to get merch. But the actual going to see a gig was fairly cheap. And buying the records and stuff and buying the merch is what gave the bands the huge amount of money. Whereas now they have to pay hundreds and odd quid to go and see a band because they're not making money anywhere. You can't make it through album sales. Not many people are buying albums or CDs. Everyone's streaming, and 70 million streams will get you £1.50. But it will make the people who own the streaming sites bajillions. So it's all completely changed. How people consume music has changed. How we see it has changed. All of it. Everything changes but Q. How few sales equal that many views, right? There's loads of views out there for people. We just can't get them because they keep giving them to half-wits. Although that is all changing, isn't it? Genuinely, YouTube is changing big time. We're getting sick of these 27 cuts every second. More chilled, more relaxed. This is where I fit in. More chilled, more relaxed, apart from when I'm ranting, obviously. No editing. Sit there, give them my wisdom. Guys, the world's changed, man. I feel sorry for kids nowadays. Again, like I say in this video, it used to be £6 or something like that. And you could go to at least 1 gig a month, if not more. Whereas, you know, you're saving up to go to 1 gig a year if you are lucky. What are these kids supposed to do? Where are they supposed to get the love of music from, and live music? Where are they supposed to get the love of that? And the Royal Court, there used to be every single week, pretty much, at least 3 or 4 nights of the week, there'd be a top band performing in the Royal Court. So there's always something for everyone. You got brought up on a diet of real live music. Now, what you do? Save up all year round, go and see Taylor Swift at Anfield. What are we doing next? Next year we'll go and see fucking Harry Styles or something. Stupid. You can't learn from it. Can't get into it. Rants are funny. Thank you. Thank you for taking delight in my pain, Mandy. It's good to get out your system as well, I think. Rant, get rid of it and don't take it home to your parents, your daughter, I haven't got a dog, but you know what I mean. Get out your system, out your system. Plastics, that's also why more and more girls are born, less and less. But more girls are born and less boys, sorry. Your family who are nurses and doctors always, what is that, the stronger pale jam soldiers, that will become, alright, so the stronger the sperm and potters are, the strong ones become female embryos. Literally call us weak for being male by throwing science in our faces. We are the weaker sex. We are. Apart from when it comes to being strong. Which point we're the stronger sex? That makes any sense. In general. Not completely. We are hunter-gatherers. In as much as if you hunt for us, you'll find us gathering empty pint glasses in the bar. Is the plastic shit kills the weaker sperm? Alright. Is that what that is? Ah. So there's definite science behind this. Keep wondering what's around the corner of that wood panelling. Are you admiring my wood? Societal pollutants, if you will. They are, aren't they? But yeah, don't use plastic straws. Don't use cardboard straws. Give everyone a metal straw with the name engraved onto it. Take it with you. That easy, man. Or not even that. What you can do, I bought a water bottle thing which had a straw in the top of it. Well, the straw on the top of it goes all the way down to the bottom of the water bottle. And then the water bottle got knackered, so that got chucked, but the little plastic straw, which isn't that little, got kept. And that now gets used in Mackies, or when you get a drink from a fast foodie, just use that instead. And when you finish, throw it in the sink. Let someone else wash it for you because you've only got one working hand. And he didn't say no. You've been told that since the late 90s. Don't think parent would get away with that today. Thanks, Mum. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. I've got so many messages. Loads of messages. Right, yeah, but bloody hell, it's 11 o'clock. And I'm absolutely shattered. My poor throat. My poor throat. And I've got to be up early again in the morning. Although she's not in work on Friday, but she is going to the hairdressers. That's not till 3 o'clock though. That's alright, isn't it? Do our fast food joints have refills, or is that strictly an American thing? I don't think we do. Mind you, I don't really eat much fast food these days. It was funny on Christmas Day, I ordered a pizza. When I had a look at my Just Eat app, my previous pizza that I ordered, it was from the same place the Christmas Day the year before, which I don't think is too bad really, is it? Have the occasional Mackey's because the nearest one to us is just round the corner and it's really quick. But apart from that, I don't eat much fast food, so. And I certainly wouldn't get refills if I was in there. Now that I've calmed down slightly on what I consume. Dancing shoes at the ready, definitely. What do I need to do? I've just turned the wrong pissing thing off. No, not you, not you, not you, that. And that. There we go. I could have been a contender. Some fast food restaurants do refills. Oh, Nando's, for example, they're South American, aren't they? South African, sorry. South African Nando's. I didn't know that. Have you got yours on yet, Mandy? Your dancing shoes? Always, always. No, Jeff couldn't have been a contender. Charlie, I could have been a contender. You've pinned it. Well, get ready for it because here it comes. Here it comes. Twitch, 6,000 people on Twitch. Get your dancing shoes on. There's not 6,000 people on Twitch. It worked. Morning, Jackie. And that's that.